Pass intended for Osborne is incomplete. Also the ball carrier, Jordan Stevens on the tackle for the Rams. Ball ruled incomplete.
So Trey Davis will get another opportunity. The offense have yet to take the field. The Rams up 7-0, and Trey Davis will have his heels at about the 36-yard line as they await the punt. They kick it away from him a little bit, takes a bounce, and he'll let it roll. And 22-yard line, so the offense will have an opportunity to take the field. It'll be interesting to see who comes out as quarterback for the Rams.
I think the Raiders learned their lesson on their first punt. They're not going to punt directly to him. Let's kick it low and let it roll. Then he can't get a running start to get that ball and take it up the field.
Yeah, I think you're right. Once bitten, twice shy. So 9:37 left in the first. Looks like DeAndre Smith will have quarterback duties to start the game. And they'll spread that offense out. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 3 to the bottom, and DeAndre in an empty backfield.
Yeah, empty backfield. That's
and they get it over to, I want to say that's Lamar Winston from the frame.
Was that a horse collar there? Oh. That was scary. He rolled up on the back of his legs and pulled him down. So
yeah, he was a bit slow getting up.
Hate to see that. It was unintentional, but injuries happen in football, and it's just something you want to see.
Viewers are not seeing the game and listening to you guys, so you guys are joining us.
It's the wrong guy.
You're good.
So we were not on the
Good. You're doing your thing.
Okay.
Sorry about it.
No, that's cool.
All right, so if you're just joining us, 9:22 left in the first quarter. Rams up 7-0 after a 57-yard punt return by Trey Davis. Rams defense able to stop the Raiders on 2 possessions, and this is the result of the second possession. The Rams have it second down at about 6 on their own 26-yard line.
Can't get the number of the player, but our prayers go out to him. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Who?
DeAndre Smith keeps the ball on the fake to Ronnie Rush, goes around to the right side. He'll pick up a couple on the play. Like I mentioned, Rams up 7-0. Very exciting touchdown run by Trey Davis.
It's always nice to start a game out like that, just hot, heavy.
Takes the pressure off.
It takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. But the offense has to shine, too, in situations like this, You got to move the chains.
Handoff to Russ over the left side, and the Raiders doing a nice job to spread that out and forcing Ronnie Russ back into the teeth of the defense, and Ronnie Russ will lose a few, and it'll bring up 4th.
Good defensive stop by the Raiders.
Say the Raiders, in talking to Zach Pine, who spoke with his father, Steve, that was one of the concerns that the Rams had coming in. That defensive front line for the Raiders, very experienced, very large, and it was going to be important for that offense to control the line of scrimmage. Obviously, in this series, didn't necessarily happen. And play is stopped here. The officials reset.
It looks like a timeout by the Raiders. Good thing, because 23 Raiders was coming in on that punter. That would have been a blocked punt.
So while we have a break, we'll talk a little bit about Living Right senior placement. Living Right Senior Placement offers free assistance to find the most appropriate living community for seniors, including assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 or visit livingright.net. Again, we want to thank the sponsors for supporting us here at Ram TV, allowing us to produce it through Oregon Sports Beat. 8:09 left in the first quarter. Rams up 7-0. And Owen White back to punt. To receive is number 4, Cameron Osborne.
Let's see what happens
for the Raiders.
Oh, they put a body on him. There we go. Good thing.
And that punt will take a
Raiders bounce.
It'll be down to right about midfield at the 50-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will take over. Keep in mind, Ram TV, we got a special interview coming up at a halftime. Ryan Nall is here. You might remember Ryan Nall from the past 2 seasons with Ram football, actually the past 4 seasons. But he'll be in the booth. We'll ask some questions about how things are going at Oregon State University, where he's playing football.
Yeah, Steve Pine had a top 25, and Ryan Nall was the number 1 on his list. He's just an outstanding young man. He's just given himself to the community, and he's a great asset to any program he's in.
So Xavier Smith looks to the right, wants to roll out, but he is pressured, and he'll go down.
Oh, no fool in the Rams defense on that one.
That was Elijah Winston, the defensive end, coming off the edge and shutting down Smith. Smith had nowhere to go but down. Bring up second down at about 11 for the Raiders.
It's a designated run.
And handoff. No, it'll be Xavier Smith keeping the ball again.
Nice group tackle by the Rams on that play.
I thought it was going to Peister off the outside, but Smith kept it. And like you said, that interior of the defensive line for the Rams stuffed that play as well. 3rd and 11.
Let's see if they bring the pain.
And the Rams are showing blitz, and they come with it on a stunt. And a deep pass, well covered, but it will fall incomplete. Had an opportunity, actually, to catch that pass.
He did have an opportunity, but there's a lot of pressure on that quarterback, and I think if he had just a half a second more, he could have thrown it down and caught the Raiders receiver in stride. But lucky for us.
Well, you get a little bit of happy feet with the pressure that the Rams defense have been putting on Smith. So it looks like the Rams will put Trey Davis back, his feet at about the 20-yard line. A flag comes out from the back judge. It's like there may be too many players on the field. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah,
8,
we got
10,
too many
12.
Rams.
So that'll give 5 yards to the Raiders. I don't know if it's enough to change their mind the way the Rams defense have been performing so far tonight, but
well, I do believe there'll be a 5-yard penalty, and I mean that'll give them an advantage of kicking the ball down a little farther. But like last punt they did, it was just a line drive and let it roll. So hopefully they'll put some air under it, and maybe Trey can catch it in stride and do what he did best the first time.
one benefit that if he does catch the punt and able to return it all the way, it's going to be even longer than the last one that he did.
There we go. Positive yardage for special teams. Well, tonight is also the
Pink out.
cancer awareness. All this, we're looking down on the student body right now. Everybody's decked out in pink.
So roll to the right. Looks like they're going to fake it. It's got a wide open receiver. And that is caught, so they'll get the first down, maybe more as it goes down to about the 14-yard line. That's number 23, Chris Vo with the reception, and the Raiders are back in business. How about that? Rams kind of taking their eye off the ball, if you will.
Yeah, they were expecting the punt, and the punt didn't happen, and they got us sleeping. The guy went out, just did a little button hook, and kind of caught it and got the first down.
First down, and so the Raiders will get the ball just inside the Ram 15-yard line. 6:35 left in the first, and the Raiders are threatening. And a
Another
flag
on
comes
the
out.
play.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be a false start against the Raiders. Back them up 5.
Let's get this defense to hold them.
And handoff over the left side, has a seam and bounces off, driving hard. Again, Anthony Peister. Nice run there, pick up about 10 yards for Peister. You know, you look at number 10, Xavier Smith, 6'2", 205. He looks big. He almost looks like a Ben Roethlisberger out there.
Yeah, he does. That offensive line made a huge hole. I could have drove my truck through that thing.
So bringing 2nd and 6. And Smith looking across the middle on a slant route, throws behind his receiver, and that'll fall incomplete, bringing up 3rd down for the Raiders.
It looked like the receiver held his hands open. It's like, why haven't you thrown it to me yet? I mean, you run the route, it's just automatic. Yeah. It looks like he took a step off, and he just didn't know where to go. And luckily, our guy was right there.
Yeah, timing looked like it was off, but it might have been forced by that defensive back. Peister up the middle. No, it's not Peister. Off the left side is number 21. It's Ivan Orozco. Strike that. Jonas Ford, number 21. Picking up and up for the 1st down and gets it down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Okay, we need a strong defensive hold on this series here. Looks like it's 1st and goal. Another flag on the play, Steve. I guess it's false start. We'll see.
5:32, and Reynolds really doing a nice job on this drive, but shooting themselves in their own foot with 2 5-yard penalties. It looks like that's going to go against the Rams. Probably encroachment. I didn't see it myself, but we're a long way away. So I'd take that back. It'll be 1st and goal from even closer now as they move the ball half the distance to the goal.
They should stick to what they know best is a running play.
Forward up the middle.
Defense holds.
Yeah, still on his feet.
Quarterback signaling a touchdown, but we don't get he doesn't make the calls. Boys in the stripes.
So it'll be 2nd and 2. Interesting, they have Ford back there. And another run off the left, up the middle.
And touchdown Raiders.
And they do give the Raiders a touchdown on that.
Well, the Raiders are doing what I thought they should be doing, is just keeping that ball and running and just testing our defensive line. And they just proved that they could score on us. But
right up the middle, just brute force really on that drive. It seems like every opportunity they took to pass the ball failed. So you may be right there, Ramsey, in the fact that running seems to be the trick. As the Raiders look to tie the score, and there's timeout on the field. .455, we're still awaiting the PAT, and they're sorting things out. I didn't see a flag. They just stopped play. So,
Or they play it safe, or are they going to go for 2?
Smith has to pick the ball up. He throws it in the end zone. And it's deflected and caught.
Yeah, but there's a flag on the play, so this might be coming back.
That was number 45, Nathaniel Butler, with the reception. We'll see if it stands.
Steve, even with the broken up play, we got to get there on defense, and it's a tip ball, hit it to the ground.
Well, it's interesting. I think it wasn't an intentional 2-point. It looks like Smith had a hard time with the snap.
The ball, yeah.
If they just may have gotten lucky on that one. So we'll wait for the call here, but apparently with the Raiders moving to the sidelines, so there's a personal foul against the Rams, so the 2-point conversion will stand, and the Raiders still in the hunt take a lead 7-8 over the Rams with 4:55 remaining in the first quarter. And while we have this break, we'll talk a little bit about living right senior placement. You know, their process begins with a face-to-face meeting to review the geographic, financial, cultural, and medical needs of the senior. Finding the senior living community that is comfortable and welcoming is of the utmost importance. So call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 or visit livingright.net.
Need to take care of our parents.
So that penalty will be assessed here on the kickoff. So the Raiders will be able to probably pin the Rams to the 20-yard line. This kick should go into the end zone. Now, Kevin, you got to consider the fact that the Raiders could do an onside kick, because even if they don't get it, the Rams still don't have that good a field position.
Exactly. That's what the Raiders need to do, but I'm not the coach. I'm thinking they're going to go left on this. You want to put a Lincoln on it?
I'm not going to do that. I know that Trey Davis is back for the Rams and trying to get a read on the other number.
Or maybe a dribble kick right up the middle.
Might be Jack Vesey for the Rams, and they'll kick it off, and it'll go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So they didn't risk the onside kick, but maybe rightfully so, because the Rams have not been able to do anything on offense thus far in the game.
Yeah, the onside would have put them at the 35-40. Now they get it at the 20. So we got 80 yards to work with. Let's just get this going.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Zach in between the first and second quarter. He can't hear what you guys
Take
are
this one
saying.
too, maybe this one was.
So DeAndre Smith back, a quarterback for the Rams. Flanked by Ronnie Rust, and Ronnie Rust will get it up the middle. Pick up a few yards right up the middle. Nice job there by Ronnie Rust. Protecting the ball and going down.
Oh, you did?
Rams quickly back, set on offense. It's got the split offense to the top, to the bottom. And Rust back there with DeAndre. It'll be Rust again up the side. Take that back. DeAndre pulls it out. Might have been better served to hand it off to Ronnie.
I was going to ask that the last play. Who determines the handoff? The quarterback reading the
Quarterback
defense?
reads it, yep.
Okay.
So I bring up 3rd and 9. The Rams really not able to get anything going on offense compared to what they did last week, which was just a prolific game for them. Peeling off 80-yard runs by Ronnie Rust and 70-yard touchdown passes by Lamar Winston.
We just need those kind of outings just to get our everything back. Oh,
Smith back to pass, gets a rush, scrambling. If he can get to the edge, he's gone. Waits for his blocker. He'll pick up the first down and go out of bounds. Nice running there by DeAndre Smith.
no flags on the play, so first down, move the chains.
Nice patient running there by Smith as he waited for the blocker to come up. Looks like
Yeah, his defensive lineman just held back a little bit and just waited for the guy to run into him.
Travis McKay, nice job getting out ahead of that run. 3:46, Rams trail by 1 here at Hillsborough Stadium. And everyone looking to the sidelines to get the play. Breeze across the formation. He'll get it. Trying to get the edge. He'll cut it up. And he'll get tackled hard. He'll go down hard after a gain of 3. Really is the only tackle that was going to save a touchdown. And they did.
I think that was a WWE wrestling move with the arm across the neck.
That was Edward Smalko for the Raiders. Now the Rams flooding the long side of the field with receivers. And they'll go the opposite way with Russ. Russ has it up the middle to the 50, to the 40. One man to beat. He is gone. Ronnie Russ to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Rams.
Yeah, once he breaks out, you have to be almost twice as fast as him to catch up with him. There was no way that guy was going to catch up to him. He didn't have the angle. Ronnie Russ is gone.
How about Ronnie Russ with a 60-yard touchdown run? Peeling that off, and he did show his speed.
That's a confidence builder right there. That's what we need right now.
So the Rams jump out 13-8, and Owen White to come in for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up. And it's good. Owen White, 15 for 15 on the season for the Rams. How about that, Kevin Ramsey?
Oh, the Rams look good on that last possession. Need that one big breakout, big play. We just stuck to our guns, kept, sealing off blockers and taking up through the hole. And
Yeah, that run actually was set up by DeAndre Smith, who allowed us to get that first down, keeping the drive alive. And then Ronnie Ross finding the seam and showing his explosive speed as he tears it down the field. 60-yard run for Ronnie Rust.
Steve, I love home games. You look down in the crowd and you see all the seniors or the graduates have come back and support the program. And you got Patrick. I think he's going to Claremont College for basketball. He's in the crowd. Ryan Knowles, obviously at Oregon State playing football. It's just people come back and support the programs they've been in and the people that taught them and coached them. It's a family.
It's a Ramley, right?
It is a Ramley.
Owen White back to kick for the Rams. 2 touchbacks thus far on the night. And let's make it perfect 3. That'll be touchback there. As Cameron Osborne, he wants to get his hands on the ball, but he seems to get his hands on the ball in the end zone.
I don't know if you saw what I saw, but before he even caught it, the Raiders were walking off to the sideline. So once it was at the 2, he catches it. He has no blockers.
He has no blocks as well. Maybe Owen has quite a reputation where they just start walking off. So the Rams offense answer that score by Reynolds. That score by Reynolds set up by a fake punt and some running by Ford there.
We need a good defensive stop on this set of downs right here.
And Smith will keep it. He'll go up the middle after the fake handoff to Peister, and he'll pick up enough for a first down.
He faked out the whole defensive line on that play. He thought the running back had it to number 28, and the quarterback kept it and ran it right up the middle.
Well, that running game has definitely been working here for the Reynolds Raiders. And they'll go away from a little play-action pass. Xavier Smith overthrows the tight end, Nathaniel Butler.
Yeah, if Nathaniel Butler would have caught that pass, he would have been hurt. Brady Breeze would have been bring the pain on that play.
Yeah, Smith tonight 2 for 8. That stat brought to you by Christopher Parker, the statistician extraordinaire. Again, back to pass out of the shotgun, looking down the field. He'll air it out. Has a man open if he can hit him. And he hits him. He'll go down. Nice there by Cameron Osborne, receiving that, bringing him a first down into Rams territory. And he was wide open. Some sort of breakdown on the coverage.
Well, I think they're testing the arm strength of Xavier Smith, and I don't think they're going to do that again.
Nice grab there by number 4, Cameron Osborne, laying out and hauling that in. And the Raiders are driving up the middle. Peister. Oh, who put that hit on him? That was number 29 for the Rams. Jordan Stevens just laid wood on that kid. Put Peister down in a heap.
Yeah, Steve. The funny thing about that play is I think they blew a whistle, so he felt all that pain for nothing. Well, not for nothing, but.
Wow, quite a hit there. He's still first and 10 for the Raiders. 2:18 left in the first quarter. Remember, we'll go down to the sidelines and get Zach Pine, kind of get the mood and maybe some adjustments the Rams have done thus far in the first quarter. Smith gets rushed. He bounces it outside, and he'll go down after a gain of 5.
A flag in the backfield. Usually that is a holding call, but I'm 0 for 3 on the calls tonight, so who knows what this call is going to be. If the boys in green and white start walking backwards, then I know it's going to be on them.
Wow, it's the green and white guys are clapping right now. Could be against the Rams.
Well, Brady Breeze, the captain, goes in there, wants a little clarification, so we'll see what the ref says here. Holding?
So we'll go against the Rams. See how they mark it off.
I couldn't tell from up here. It was too kind of far away.
Not enough for the first down, though. As Lori Yeager, the Central Catholic Rams athletic director, rolls in with the pink hat. She's peeking out tonight too.
8-year survivor.
The flashing pink hat. As they talk it over on the field. Still talking it over on the field.
There's a whole lot of talking, not a lot of movement here.
And looks like they'll march off 5 more. That'll give the Raiders 1st and 10. The ball is placed
Well, unless they start talking some more and keep walking.
out about the 15. They get the chains reset it. 2:03, and the Raiders continue their drive.
Well, Steve, like I said earlier, the Raiders should just stick to their ground game right now and just penetrate the interior. Well,
And then they go with the pass, and that will fall incomplete. Must have been tipped because it did not have a chance to get to the receiver.
Pass intended for Ortiz is incomplete.
yeah, I couldn't tell from up here. There's too much glare and the shadows down there. I thought he was trying to skip it like a rock.
Skip it off the grass there. It doesn't work that way. 2nd and 10. Ford in the backfield with Smith. And Ford will get it up the middle, tries to bounce it outside, stays on his feet, and brought down. Nice hit there by Brady Breeze to come up and bring him down.
Jonas Ford, the ball carrier, brought down by Brady Breeze.
As the Raiders look to the sideline, what are you going to run on 3rd and 8? In the red zone, the passing game has not worked.
The passing game hasn't worked, but a little trickery might do them some good right now. Out in the
Smith looking across the middle, has a man open. Brady Breeze in there to break it up. Strike that. It was not Breeze.
Rust was it 7?
I think it might have been, that's Breeze. Number 2.
6. It's hard to see.
Number 2, Cyrus.
Austin Hill.
Number 2, Sideris on the breaking that up. 1:15 left.
We apologize for not knowing these numbers because it's pretty hard to see from up here.
And we got Christopher Parker there that does that hand signal. So
We got 2 old guys that can't really see, and we got the young kid that can tell us who it is.
and the field goal is up.
Oh,
Good. I don't know how we missed the block, but it looked like J.J. Wells was right there and couldn't get a hand on it.
must have went right under him, but he was so close to blocking that.
So Reynolds answers again, Kevin. They're not going away tonight. 14-11 with the field goal there.
They came here to play, and I'm proud of that group of kids.
Well, I was kind of thinking on the way in today, we kind of watched the season develop. We had the Jesuit game that, was back and forth. But really at the end, Jesuit owned the game by the end of that game. Then St. John Bosco from California came to town. Really not much of a contest.
Well, Steve, on that St. John Bosco, if we didn't have all the pick sixes, I hate saying that. I mean, it would have been a little more competitive.
A little more competitive. So we saw those 2 games where the Rams really a little bit punchy there. Then we saw the Oregon City game where they really hadn't had an identity, but they're able to really scrap and claw, really showed some character and staying in that game when they were down 14-0. And then last week they just come into Centennial. Centennial was 3-0 on the season, really the surprise of the league.
Yeah, they were ranked pretty high after the beginning of the season, and
right, and
I
then-
thought they were going to give us a lot of trouble.
And then the Rams come in and take care of business. So it's
Who
odd
would've
to see what Ram team we're going to get tonight. I think they're still trying to feel their way, leading 14-11.
That's true. It's a long season. I mean, I think we're going to get better as time goes on.
And Trey Davis picks it up about the 20-yard line. He'll go down about the 24-yard line. So I think you're right. It's a team that's in development. So it's interesting to see what you're going to get week after week.
Yeah, it's on both sides. It's defense and offense. We're working defensively. We're working offensively. At the end of the season, I think we'll be clicking on all 8 cylinders. I'm hoping. But right now we're looking pretty good.
So the Rams offense comes out. 1:06 left in the first quarter. DeAndre Smith flanked by Ronnie Russ. Ronnie Russ, who had about a 60-yard TD run a little bit earlier in the quarter. And a fake to Russ. Smith looking across the middle. Has a man wide open. And that ball is caught but stripped out by Osborne. It's like number 18. Jared Reed on the reception, but it was number 4, Cameron Osborne, stripping the ball out, and it'll be Reynolds' ball.
He had one of the Reynolds players on him like a backpack, and the other guy just came in and just stripped the ball. I don't think there's anything he could have done.
I got to tell you, I got to get these numbers right because it is so hard to read the numbers from up here. Christopher Parker, you got to help us out here. That wasn't.
What number?
I want to say it was number 10 now. Might have been Abraham on the reception that had it stripped. So Xavier Smith back to pass, going long again. Going to take a shot at the end zone. It'll sail out of bounds. No chance on that as the ball goes out of bounds.
Second and 10. And then in between first and second quarter, we're going to have a interview down on the field. Zach Pine, he's going to pull, I'm not sure, a coach or a player.
Or he may just comment on kind of what some of the adjustments that had to be made, kind of the mood on the sidelines. Xavier goes outside, flicks it outside to the flat, to the wide receiver who's still on his feet. That's number 8, Cody Stallworth. Interesting play where they fake the read option and then pass that out.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious why he did that. He passed it to the guy in the flat, but he had 3 guys right there.
Well, maybe optimist. He's an eternal optimist. So 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. Brady Breeze deep, looking for the pass with his hand off to Peister over the left side. Peister will pick up the first down and a flag on the play. Not going to speculate.
Well, I can speculate. I'm still 0 for 4, so I got to get a good percentage here. I'm going to say it's holding downfield.
What's it going to be this time, Ramsey?
Holding downfield. Come on, give me some love, refs.
And it is holding against the Raiders.
Whew, I'm on the board.
Yeah, well, it took you like 6 times. But anyway, so that'll back him up and nullify the first down.
And that's a spot foul, I do believe.
So that'll be 3rd and about 7. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Stay tuned for Zach Pine from the sideline.
One thing these receivers are doing, they're getting separation. You know, they make that initial contact and get open.
They get a big rush there coming off the edge. Lamar Winston putting pressure on. Oh, and the reception is made. The receiver was down, but it might be enough for a first down. Nice grab there by number 8, Cody Stallsworth.
Yeah, it looks like he caught it and took a knee.
Well covered on defense, but didn't quite work out there.
Yeah, there was a big gap in coverage. And he just found the pocket where he could put the ball, and that's what he did, and Raiders first down.
So that makes into the first quarter, Rams up 14-11.
And I think we're going to Zach Pine.
Continues to need to push forward and just make sure that everything's going good. We really need to dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. All right, back up to you, Steve.
Hey, thanks, Zach.
All right, so if you can tell by the hand signals and the body movement, Zach had a lot to say about the play in the first quarter. We just didn't have the opportunity to hear it. But we'll get better at this, and we'll try to do it at the end of the half, and we'll get better at this.
Working the bugs out.
Exactly. By the end of the season, we'll have this so nailed down, people won't want to believe it's us.
They'll think we're ESPN.
Yeah, anyway, let's go back to the game here. 12 minutes put on the clock to start the first quarter. Reynolds driving. His forward goes off the right side, cuts it to the left side, gets a block. But the Rams quickly there to close that misdirection off, and he's only able to pick up 2 on the play.
Yeah, when you switch directions and you have your quarterback as your lead blocker, you second guess like, oh boy, I'm going to get hurt on this play.
Well, I mean, Xavier Smith, he's like Roethlisberger. I wouldn't mind having him out in front, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but you don't want to get your number 1 quarterback hurt too. So
I'm with you there. So that brings up 2nd about 8 for the the Raiders. Xavier Smith back to pass, getting a rush, and that'll sail out of bounds. Has no chance. Looked like he was going for the pylon to the back of the end zone.
You got to give the Raiders receiver some credit. He got the space. He got the space to get that ball. If it was just put in the right spot, you would have had 6 points.
Well, coming into the game, that was one of the concerns. They do have quite a receiving core here for the Raiders. It's just Xavier Smith having a hard time putting it on target consistently.
That comes with playing with the same teammates.
Setting up the screen pass. Peister able to haul that in, and who was that coming up to lay the hit?
Open field tackle.
After
nice.
a gain of 1.
Pass complete to Pelster.
Looks like Worm on the tackle. Nice job coming up and laying the hit. It'll be 4th down. Kind of in that no man's land, a little too deep to kick, and 4th and 6. Looks like they'll go for it. Nice screen set up there by the Raiders.
Watch
Great defense
the bottom
coming
of
up.
your screen right here.
Ronnie Russ coming up to defend there. Giving him the inside angle, and I don't know if you want that because you got Brady Breeze to tee off on you if you do catch it going across the middle.
And Brady Breeze can cover a lot of ground, so this might...
And a big rush. Smith tries to elude it to the right. He'll go down out of bounds at the 40, and a flag comes out late.
If they're going to say rough in the passer, that's ridiculous. It's continuation out of bounds. I mean...
So, Mr. Prognostication. Let's
Don't
wait
get
and
me
see.
started, Mr. Acton.
I think Xavier would have been better served to toss that out of bounds rather than take the sack, but maybe in the sack they got a penalty. It could be an automatic first down.
Or it could be a hold call.
They're talking it over.
No movement by either side.
They're pointing a lot at the ground. So 10-29. Rams lead only by 3, 14-11. If you're just joining us, Trey Davis with about a 60-yard TD return on a punt.
Face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty for spot and foul. Repeat 4th down.
So it'll be 4th down and 3 after that 15-yard penalty against the Rams.
Well, we had them covered. Now this just gives them another shot. So let's go defense. Let's stuff them here.
Start with 2 in the backfield, and they'll go to Ford over the right side, big hole. Ford will bounce it out down to the 5. He could go in, and the ball comes out. No official call yet. No indication of a touch. It is a touchback. The Rams get the ball back.
He fumbled going into the end zone.
Worm with the recovery, big hit earlier, and now recovered in the end zone. The Rams dodge a bullet, and they'll take over at their own 20-yard line. But how about that? Ford hit the end zone, and that's not going to happen.
People are always wondering about that call. So if you don't have possession going into the end zone, it's a touchback. So, I mean, too bad for Reynolds, great for us.
How about that? Change of events there. Reynolds really workmanlike fashion moving the ball up the field, the benefit of the face mask there. Kept that drive alive. And now it's DeAndre Smith, and they'll hand off to Ronnie Rust over the left side. Good penetration by the Raiders, but Rust bounces it outside and picks up about 9 yards on the carry. Well done there by Ronnie Rust.
Ronnie Rust, the ball carrier,
You know, at the Jesuit game, I always emphasize yards after contact. If you get hit and don't go down and get extra yards, that's moving the ball, and that's what you need. You just got to keep plowing north and south.
And Ronnie Rust is the back that will keep plowing. 2nd and 3, Rust over the left side again, cuts it up the middle. He'll drive his legs. It'll be close to a first down.
Well, they're doing the money walk with the tape, and I'm going to try to.
Rust on the carry.
Yeah, I'll pass. Oops, I'll pass.
There we go. We're trying to get the attention of cheerleaders down here. I will make sure I'm on point. Okay, Rams, it's like 3rd and inches.
And now it's Breeze off the left side. Has the hole. Brady Breeze to the 40, to the 50.
He's gone, unless not.
30. Osborne trying to get him. He can't. To the 5. Touchdown. Brady Breeze. Life is a breeze when you're Brady Breeze.
Number 4 had Cameron Osborne had a shot at getting him, but he went for the leg tackle, and can't really do it.
How about that? Brady Breeze on a 3rd and short from the 30-yard line. Peels it off, and looks like it's all coming back. Kevin Ramsey, it's all coming back. Apparently there was a legal procedure on the play. So
Of course there is.
Why not? Why not? Let's back it up 5, give it to him again, and see what can happen.
Offense. No scrimmage.
I certainly did not see the flag.
Our statistician did.
And the fans are not happy with that call.
As we were celebrating, he is the one with the all-knowing.
Yes, it is. Christopher Parker, the statistician extraordinaire. So that brings up 3rd and 5. What a change of events there. And they bring Ronnie Rust in because Brady Breeze is surely tired. Smith rolling to the right, looking for Cedar deep downfield. Nothing there, but he comes back for it and hauls it in. Oh, it'll be ruled incomplete. Great effort to come back on the ball.
I don't know if you can tell by the TV. It looks like he grabbed it, and when he came down with it, the ball hit the ground as he was catching it.
So Jackson Cooper with a good effort, but couldn't haul it in. And DeAndre Smith showing his arm strength. That'll be 4th and a long 5.
You think the Rams will do a little trickery here? Or are they going to play it safe?
You know what? At this point, I would play it safe. It's kind of a field position game.
We're too deep.
And Reynolds really has been pretty effective. That last drive ended in a fumble in the end zone. Owen Wright with a nice punt. It'll bounce at about the 40 and carry out of bounds at about the 34-yard line of the Raiders.
When I noticed Owen, he held it for just a little bit longer to get the ball off. It gives our defense more time to get down there and cover the punt returner.
Exactly. While we have the opportunity, I want to thank the sponsors, one of which is Living Right Senior Placement. Living Right Senior Placement offers assistance finding the most appropriate living community for seniors, including assisted living, memory care, adult foster care homes, and retirement communities. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 or visit livingright.net.
Let's take care of the elderly.
Xavier Smith handed off up the middle to Peister. He'll go down after a gain of about 3.
I think the Rams are reading into this now. If they're going to run up the middle, you just get out around the corner and just pick them off from behind. So if we can stick to that, we can pretty much shut down their running game.
And speaking of sticking things, people are going to have to stick around because we'll have Ryan Nall in the booth. Talk a little about his experience at Oregon State University as they hand off to the right to Peister. Peister picks up about 2 before he goes down.
Yeah, Ryan Nall, like I said before, just a great young man, a pillar of the community, number 1 on Steve Pine's football poll. He's super smart, intelligent, just an all-around kid, great young man.
So it'll be about 3rd and 7. I agree with you, too, as well. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders, 8:12 left in the half. Xavier Smith, straight drop. Looking for Osborne across the middle, has a man open, throws it a little bit late, but hits him, and Osborne drops it. Osborne was open for about 10 seconds, and Smith never saw him. And then once he finally sees him, look what happens. Drops the ball.
All he did was run an angle route, and he just stood. I mean, all our defensive players were just squatting on the quarterback while he's finding the pockets to get open.
Yeah, I got to say, Osborne's been one of the best receivers tonight. How does he get that open? Anyway, Trey Davis is back to receive the punt. Nearly blocked. And that was a nice nice kick there. It'll roll to about the 15-yard line.
Honestly, I lost it in the lights. I had no idea.
To tell you the truth, I thought it was high, and I looked down, and it was low. So that'll be down at the 9-yard line.
That is down at the 9. First and 10.
We're going to have to get those binocular glasses that I see advertised on late-night TV.
You're up that late?
Well, sometimes it's hard to sleep. Infomercial. Anyway, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed at the 9-yard line.
We need a good breakout series right here. That call back on Brady Breeze. I mean, that definitely takes some wins out of your sails, but you can't let it define you as a team. We have to get back in the grind and just make those holes and have our running backs just take it to them.
Well, that's it. Coach Pine wanted to come out early and often play aggressive from the offensive side. It'll go to Brady Breeze off the left side. And Brady Breeze picking up
And
about 4.
another flag, or is that a shoe?
That is a flag.
Okay.
Russ on the carry.
That is a flag. Getting back to those binocular glasses.
I was going to say Ronnie Russ ran so hard he ran out of his shoes, but you're right, Steve. That is a flag.
Wouldn't be the first time. It'll be holding against the Rams. That'll move them half the distance to the goal. Still stay first down.
Well, that's a good thing. At least it's not 10 yards.
7 penalties against the Rams. 7 penalties against the Rams. Christopher Parker with that stat.
Offense, half the distance to the goal.
You know, penalties will kill you in this game. I mean, it just makes it that much more harder for us to get up the field, or at least a lot more distance.
So that ball is placed about the 2-yard line. The Rams operating out of the shadow of their own goalpost. DeAndre Smith looking for a play. Everyone actually looking for the play, holding out their hands, and looks like they've got it, and they get set. 7:35. Rams up by 3. Ronnie Rust over the left side looking for a hole. Gets a seam, and he'll go down after a gain of about 4-yard lines. Give him a little bit of space there, Kevin.
Yeah, he does. You know, Ronnie Russ moves the pile. You know, he gets that initial contact, but he just keeps those legs driving. It looks like one of the Reynolds players down right now.
Looks like 2 of the Reynolds players down right now.
Looks like the coach coming out. I don't see a trainer. Oh, here comes Juliet. Crossfield. She's got some wheels. Maybe we'll put her in a uniform.
Put her in a uniform.
Yeah, make her wide receiver.
Players getting up. It's nice to see them both get up and get off the field there under their own power. It's Nathaniel Butler for the Raiders.
So they'll have to set out at least one play here.
Yeah,
Before they
6'3",
get looked at.
6'3", 203 pounds.
Yeah, he won't keep him out for long.
So 2nd and 12. DeAndre Smith over the left side to Rust, who cuts it up the middle, has a bit of a seam, runs into a pile. He'll go down after a gain of 4. So the Rams being relatively conservative deep in their own territory, bring up 3rd and 9.
It looks like they're just making room for their punter. Hopefully we can get a first down and move the chains.
Rams just being very patient, which is actually probably not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. As much as the spectators want to see the big yardage plays and the touchdowns and all the glory.
Smith rolling to the right, has a receiver in the flat, picks it up. And it'll be a first.
Trey Davis.
Yeah, Trey Davis stays in bounds. Picks up the first down. Nifty little moves there by Davis.
Well, nifty moves. That's probably one of the closest plays we can see right here. And I thought he went out of bounds, but the ref was right there, and apparently he stayed in. And with those nifty moves, we moved the chains.
It's a first down there. I think Osborne was pointing to the sideline saying, hey, wait a minute, he stepped out here. Nonetheless, 1st and 10. The drive continues for the Rams. DeAndre to Rust up the middle. Again, driving his feet, covering the ball. Nice job by Rust. Picks up 5. Just very methodical there for the Rams. There's nothing wrong with that. Letting that line do their business and finding holes as Brady Breeze comes in.
Yeah, Ronnie Ross looks like he's playing with a lead sled behind him because he just is always pulling some Raiders players with him.
Lead sled. Rams looking to the sideline. All the receivers to the top of your screen.
To the linebackers squatting right there in the middle. See, it's going to.
Little screen pass out to the flat. It's like J.J. Wells looking for the sideline and picking up a first down there. Nice job. Nice ball getting it out there. It's a long pass.
Yeah, if that Raiders player didn't get him out of bounds, he was gone.
Yeah, you can't give him much room because
no way.
He will burn you. The kid is fast. So 5:35 left in the half.
It kind of reminds me of a Darren Sproles. Little, but just all power.
Yep. Again, Brady Breeze in the backfield. The fly sweep over here to J.J. Wells. A nice job by the safety to come up and shut
open
that
field
down.
tackle by the Raiders. That was nice.
Loss of 2. Osborne showing his speed as he jetted up to bring down J.J.
Osborne playing both offense and defense sets. I mean, that's That's a long spell to be out there on the field. But
So-
that's the one thing, like you said, is being patient, Steve. You know, you just keep them going and it just wear them out. So these players that play both positions that don't get off the field a lot are just going to be tired by the fourth quarter.
Exactly. They brought Vitch in. Wide receiver split way out. There he goes, way out. And they hand it off to Ronnie Russ, spinning, driving his legs, pulling that lead sled. Ronnie Russ picking up about 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Rams.
And from up here, the Reynolds defensive line looks huge.
Looks like 3rd and about 6 now.
So Roddy's he's pulling about 600, 900 pounds maybe.
Usually got a crowd around him. Rams trying to draw him off sides. Almost got him.
It looked like it from here, but
again, we're the guys who can't even make out the numbers. So
pump
DeAndre
fake.
Smith passes it into the flat, and it looks like it is hauled in.
Parker Schaefer with the catch.
Nice job. I don't know if it's enough for a first down. It'll be close, but nice grab there by Schaefer. DeAndre kind of pump faking that and finally drilling it in there. 4th and 1, the Rams will go for it from their own 45-yard line. 3:40 left in the half.
Yeah, they're going to load the box.
Looks like they go Breeze up the middle. Breeze drives his leg. It's going to spin on the spot. It's got to be close.
Brady Breeze on the carry.
Doesn't look like he got it.
Well,
With the tackle.
like I said, we're up here, they're down there, but I thought forward momentum took him past the marker, but apparently the guy in the stripes thinks otherwise.
So how about that, Kevin? The Rams turn the ball over on 4th down, on downs. 3:25 left. The Raiders trailing by 3.
This is
They got a chance to go in at halftime with the lead against the Rams.
this is going to be a huge defensive stop for our team.
It's going to be necessary, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully number 4 won't find those pockets. I think he's at the top of the screen. No bump and run, just stay right on him.
So we got 2 backs with Xavier Smith, and they'll fake a little option play. Peister trying to find the edge. He does. He'll pick up about 4 on the play.
Belser, the ball carrier.
And it looks like he
Good scenario.
didn't get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run with 3 minutes. 2nd down and a long 5. Again, same formation. And I'll go to Ford over the right side, and he'll be brought down really after a loss of about 1. Good penetration there by the Rams front.
Yeah, he got him from behind and just put him down. At loss of yardage on that play, I think 1 yard. I mean, that's what we have to be consistently doing this on defense.
3rd and 7, 2:30 left in the half, and you wonder now after a stop, I'm sure Coach Pine will call timeout
Oh, absolutely.
as they bring Ford in motion. Xavier across the middle. Oh, and had a man, hit the man, got the first down. And if he wasn't tripped up, that was 6 points. That was
Absolutely.
Jesus Ortiz with the reception.
There's some excellent play calling by the Raiders coaches right now.
Clock stops after the first down. Continues to run now with 2:15. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Off the left side,
Nice.
Peister goes down, tripped up there.
Belser, the ball carrier. Right now, number 29, Jordan Stevens.
Jordan Stevens breaking through the line and tripping up the running back on that play.
So it'll be 2nd and 12.
For the second quarter before halftime, we're going to do another exact time.
And another option off the right side, but Ford will be tackled.
Yeah, we took him out on that play. There was no chance.
So 1:30, clock continues to run. 3rd down and 11 for the Raiders. And keep in mind, we have Zach Pine on the sidelines. We're going to try to get another report at the end of the quarter. So stay tuned for that. Get kind of the read on what's going down on the sidelines.
Yeah, Mr. Pine's in the trenches right now.
Smith setting up a screenplay, has a man. It's Ford. Nice job there to trip him up, being up 4th down. Coach Pine calling timeout. Nice job there.
Jonas Ford.
So 59 seconds left. It's the 4th down at about 7 for Reynolds. And the Rams use their first timeout of the half. Stop the clock, maybe get an opportunity to get the ball back.
Yeah, with the way the Raiders been playing, you have no idea. They might go for it. I mean, take more time off the clock. Well, we'll see, Steve.
So Reynolds actually kind of outperforming what we thought coming into the game. Doing a nice job keeping the ball on the ground and chewing up some yards, and obviously getting some points.
Well, Reynolds notoriously has always played well in the first half. But like I said earlier, if you have players playing both offense and defense all the time, they are going to get tired. This is a physical game. You can't keep up that pace for 60 minutes.
So the teams break the huddle after the timeout. Going to reset this. It's 4th and a long 6 for Reynolds. They trail by 3 with 59 seconds left in the half. And it looks like,
They are going to go for it.
or maybe a little pooch punt there for field position. Drops back the pass. Smith will keep it, run up the middle. Stays on his feet. It'll be close. It'll be based on the spot. I don't think he got it.
No, I don't think they got it. Based on the two wrestling where they're sitting, they're a yard short.
So the Rams will get the ball. 50 seconds left in the half. An opportunity.
Well, they did what I thought they were going to do. They're going to run it and take time off the clock. But once you turn over possession, the clock stops anyways. So
The X factor here is Owen White. You got to think that if they can get the ball down to their 35-yard line, White would have a chance at a long field goal.
First and 10 Rams.
well, we got 50 seconds to get there.
50 seconds, couple timeouts left, and
A couple quick out plays.
they got Brady Breeze at the bottom of your screen here. You know, Lamar Winston, I haven't seen him.
No, I haven't either.
Keeping Ronnie Russ in the backfield, certainly for protection.
Yeah, Lamar Winston is without his helmet, so that tells me that, wide open.
Ronnie Russ over the left side, down to the 50-yard line, and a flag on the field.
Well, more importantly, right now, looking down at the Rams sideline, Lamar Winston is on crutches. So he is definitely not coming back in the game. I hope he's okay. Hopefully we'll get an injury report. Maybe Zach Pine will do some sideline report and tell us what the heck's going on down there.
So the wheel route by Ronnie Russ, great route, great ball, will be called back for illegal man downfield.
Our broadcast is not FCC regulated, is it?
In your case, it is. Just pretend like it is. It's 42 seconds.
Well, I think those refs have something against red and white. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Well, you keep saying, I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to unplug it. I'm telling you right now, Ramsey. Anyway, 42 seconds left in the half.
Yeah.
1st and 15.
Two of our biggest plays get called back. Oh, kills me.
Well, execution matters. Not only here, but everywhere else. So.
That's true. Well said, Mr. Acton.
And he'll go to Ronnie Rust off the left side. Finds a seam. Ronnie Rust picking it up, knocking it out of bounds. Stop the clock at the 35-yard line. 34 seconds left, but most importantly, a first down and a stop clock for the Rams.
Oh, it looks like Ronnie took one on the thigh on going out. Now he's limping.
He is limping.
But he's a warrior. He's going to want to stay in. We'll see what Coach does.
Yeah, he'll have to
he
take
has
a
to come
seat.
out. Looks like he got hit on the helmet right on the hip when he went out.
So he'll take a seat on the turf there, and
I think halftime is going to be a welcome thing for Mr. Russ right now. Here comes Juliet.
now keep in mind we got some things coming up, Kevin. We got Zach Pine on the sideline. This time we'll try to get the whole report in. He does really good at sign language from what I saw in the first quarter.
Great body language.
Now, if we
Love
can get
it.
the sign language and the audio, this thing is going to be fantastic for Rams fans. We'll have
Hey, we can do the. If we can't get his actual interview, we can mouth it from here.
well, the way we
play.
see, we can come up with anything. I think.
Exactly.
Then we'll have Ryan Dahl in the booth if he decides to make the trip up here. Has some great questions for him.
All right.
And don't forget, Christopher Parker's up here working away. I mean, there's literally smoke coming off the stats table. He's working so hard and so fast over there. So we'll have a full complement of stats to give our Rams fans at halftime as well. So 34 seconds, Ronnie Russ able to make it off the field. Bit of a limp. Let's reset this. 1st and 10. The Rams with the ball. 34 seconds left in the half, and the Rams have 2 timeouts to burn.
Well, they know what we're doing, and they're giving us a lot of room.
Fake
for
to
our
Brady
receivers.
Breeze. Deontay Smith with a pass across the middle that is hauled in. I don't know how.
Parker Schaefer.
Parker Schaefer. Great concentration there. Well covered. Goes up to haul that in. 26 seconds for the Rams. Ball at the 36-yard line.
You know,
Here comes
on
Rams.
that last play, the DB went under him before he even caught the ball. So, I mean, that's great concentration on Parker Schaefer catching that ball.
Brady Breeze in pass protection. Deontay trying to get out of there. Rolls. Somehow gets out of there. He has a sideline, or he can pass. Heaves it down the field.
And
Incomplete pass. Is that Schaefer again? Almost hauled that in. Would have been something to see.
we better get Parker Schaefer some Odell Beckham Jr. gloves.
I don't know what those are, but I agree with you.
Yeah, there's the stickies.
Oh, is that what that
Oh,
is?
the sticky gloves.
So anyway, 8 seconds left. Rams at the 37-yard line. Deontay could have run that, decided to heave it down the field.
Well, that's a good call on his part because, I mean,
Yeah, here we go.
we're going for the glory here.
Smith to Breeze off the left side, has a seam. Looking to get out of bounds. 2 seconds left, gets out of bounds. 1 second left. They'll stop the clock. And here he comes, Mr. Owen White. All right, let's do the math on this. We don't get to do this very often, but let's see. The ball will be placed at the 30. So about a
45.
45-yarder for Owen.
Oh,
47 based on the spot. Thanks, Christopher. Such a pleasure.
47
So 1 second left. Be a timeout on the field by the Rams. And key here, obviously, is protection up front.
definitely.
Give him time. Let him peel that off.
Oh, he's just going through his practice swings. I know he's going to make it. Look at that.
And it's
That's
such
great form.
Hey, this is an exciting time. It's a great time to talk about Pacific Fence and Wire, Kevin.
Exactly.
They're our sponsors.
They are our sponsors.
Yeah, Pacific Fence and Wire is a 4th-generation family business that is proud to employ 8 Central Catholic alumni. Pacific Fence capitalizes and specializes. I can't believe I put capitalizes. And specializes. We're going to have to give them their money back because I'm butchering
Well,
this so
just
bad.
give me their number because
I
I
would
need
just
a
have to
fence.
build a fence.
I
Nonetheless,
need a fence.
they specialize in residential and commercial fence installation and manufacturing. Call Pacific Fence today, 503-233-8248. Here we go. Owen White for a 47-yard field goal attempt to end the
right.
half. Snap's good. Kick is up, and it's too low.
Oh, too low. I could see that. It might have been tipped.
Well, it's a great opportunity, though, for Owen White to get out there and make an attempt.
Hey, I think Zach Pine is going to be up in a second here with an interview. Ready when you are, Zach.
All right, guys. I was talking to Matt Wareham, and he was saying that the defense is just really needing to communicate. They're saying in practice they're doing everything right, but as soon as it comes to game, it's just a frozen picture in their mind. There's nothing going on. So they're saying that the communication is going to be key in the second half. I was also talking to J.J. Wells, and he was saying that the offense is just not gelling. The offensive linemen aren't going in for their blocks. They're getting stonewalled at the line of scrimmage, and everybody overall is just not doing their job right now. So everybody needs to start gelling as a team in the whole. You can kind of see that mood on the field. All right, back to you, Steve.
Hey, thanks, Zach. Nice job. It's so much better with the sound.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, nice job. Good insights there into kind of what the team is going through right now. Kind of some discombobulation, if you will, on both sides of the football. You know, Zach alluded to the fact they're not able to gel, and it's somewhat apparent up here.
It is apparent on here. I mean, I'm not as harsh on that, but you know, hey, Zach's shooting from the hip. He's telling how it is. He's a player himself, you know, and that's how they communicate with each other. They're going to hold each other responsible, and hopefully in the second half they'll turn it around. It looks like.
Catholic cheerleaders and the mini Rams on the center of the field there. Nice job fostering those youngsters. And it's great to see all the pink out there as well. All right, Mr. Knoll entering the booth. It's good to see you, Ryan.
Woo! Come on in, Ryan.
Hey. So.
We thought the lights went out, Ryan, when you were coming up because you kept blocking the lights, and it was realized it was just your big shoulders. You've grown a little bit since you left Central, and you were big when you were here. So it's nice to have you back, and it's nice of you to join us here for Ram TV. Want to talk a little about, you know, kind of how things are going for you? Congratulations on getting down there and getting going with the football.
Thank you.
So obviously you leave high school, and you know you're kind of the big man on campus here. Then you go to OSU. What kind of adjustments have you had to make going from high school to D1 football?
You know, obviously, once you get to the next level, the first thing is you got to get bigger.
Yeah.
And I definitely did get bigger. When I went there this year, they told me they wanted me to play tight end, so I got all the way up to 250.
Wow.
Play tight end, and then we went back. Or they told me to move to running back. And then I dropped some weight, so I'm back down a couple pounds.
So what kind of process do you go through when they say, okay, you're going to be tight end, put on the pounds? Is that a protein? Is it workouts? I mean, what process do they put you through?
It's a little bit everything. You got to eat right, of course. You know, you get your vegetables, get your greens, you got to get your meats, you got to get your starch and everything. And after our workouts, you know, you have to drink your protein shake, of course. You know, a lot of guys had the whey protein. You know, whatever it was for them, I just stuck with, you know, the whey protein, just eating right, and just eating a lot.
Now, does the program kind of lay it out for you, or do you?
Yeah.
So they kind of give you a roadmap to get to the weight that they want you to be? Well, that's kind of nice because you probably have other things you have to worry about, like homework and and things like that.
There's a lot on our plate.
I can imagine. So, a lot of people probably wonder, you know, you leave high school, you go to college. You know, college in itself is pretty daunting just with everything you have going on. What's a day in the life for Ryan Knoll down there?
Well, should we talk about with school or without school? You know, I mean, there's so much going on. So, you know, we wake up, go to breakfast.
Well, is it like you got to get up at 6 and you hit the?
Oh, sometimes, you know, it depends. We usually try to get our workouts in the afternoon. So
Pass complete to Pelster.
enough time to shower, eat lunch, and get ready for our classes in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again, kind of a regiment. You have to really be part of the regiment there.
Oh, yeah.
So now, you know, you went to OSU. Have you kept in contact with any of the old Central Catholic football players? You know, you have a couple championships that you can talk about anyway.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have, you know, Blake Brandel came down. You know, he committed last year to Oregon State, and he's down there with me now. And we're always, you know, talk about the good old days. In fact, you know, he's here tonight too. So it was good, you know, being able to see him and come back and talk to some of the younger players that when I was here were sophomores and freshmen, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I hope that they look up to me, and I hope that I was a good leader for them, and that they will progress and they will be able to be leaders for, you know, new coming freshmen and sophomores on the team. Exactly.
Well, it's good to be a role model. I mean, you're gone, but they still look up to you for that too. So I think that's great, Ryan. Now, tell me, obviously, you're a relatively short career in playing football, but there's got to be one moment so far that you've had was like, I'm finally here. I'm finally feeling it. Do you have a story that kind of says, all right, it could even practice, not necessarily a game, where it's like, all right, maybe it was a hit.
Here at Central or
no, now at Oregon State. Yeah.
I mean, you could definitely say my touchdown last week was probably the highlight of my career so far.
I was going to say, because, I mean, when you're in high school, they're so easy to come, or at least in your case, they were pretty easy to come by.
Yeah.
I remember that Jesuit game down the sidelines was awesome. But, and so you got to battle so hard at the college level, just one, to get the opportunity, and then two, to actually perform and get it done. So
exactly, it was a lot of hard work, and when coach, finally gave me my shot, and I took advantage, of my opportunity. So I just made the most of it, and it turned out for the best for me.
That's congratulations. That's fantastic. Now, I really don't have to ask this question because I probably already know. On Friday nights, you always watch Ram TV. I'm thinking, you can't every Friday. That's what you're doing. I'm sure there's nothing going on at campus, so you actually tune in to watch Ram TV when we're on. So, but anyway, I appreciate you coming up. I congratulate you on a great football career here at Central, and you're obviously performing well at OSU. It's got to be fun, and it's a short time span. So if I'm old guy offering advice, make sure you soak up as much as you can. So thanks, Ryan. Good to see you. All right. So we got about 8 minutes left before we start the third quarter. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll have Christopher Parker with the stats of the first half. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes. And we're back with about 2 minutes left before we start the third quarter. The Rams up 14-11 against the Reynolds Raiders. Christopher Parker, the statistician extraordinaire, put together some stats of the first half. We got Kevin Ramsey to go ahead and let everyone know kind of what happened in the first half for the Rams.
All right, first half stats. Here we go. Central Catholic, 6 for 8 for 73 yards passing to Reynolds, 7 for 18 for 97 yards passing. Rushing yards, no question. Central Catholic 128 to Reynolds 80. Total yards 201 to us, 177 Reynolds. First downs we had 6. Reynolds had 8. Time of possession. This was a big one. 10 minutes 24 seconds for us, 15:36 for Reynolds. And another big one, the penalties. Penalties kill us. We're 8 penalties for 63 yards, as the Raiders were 2 for 15. Third down conversions were 40%. They're 30%. Each club had a turnover apiece. So that's it for the first half stats.
And I think the stats basically indicate kind of what the first half looked like for both the Rams and Reynolds. The Rams really having a hard time developing continuity, as did the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders, they went to the running game, had some success, so they went away from that with the pass, and not so much success. There's a few bright spots. Rams, they had some big plays called back on penalties, so really no team thus far in the game have really put anything together and sustained it. It's been glimmers of brilliance, but nothing sustained.
It's like what Zach said at halftime. There's no team chemistry right now. I wish Zach went into the halftime with the coach and the players and really got the inside of what was being said in there. But maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe we're glad that he's not out, going in there in the trenches right now, because he probably didn't want to be in the middle of that.
In the
like
down range of Coach Pine.
Incoming!
Exactly. So the Rams and the Raiders had a chance to maybe put something together and something consistent. Obviously, we want the Rams to do it, not the Raiders, but nonetheless, Rams will get the ball to start the half. Be Trey Davis back for the Rams, along with Jack Vecchi.
Well, this will give us an opportunity, just hopefully we leave off on the, what we did in the first
leave
half.
out the K, I know. I got Christopher Parker with sign language. Anyway, so be Vecchi and Davis. Davis leading, actually starting the game with a touchdown for the Rams on a punt return, about 60 yards.
Yeah, I'm really interested how we're going to start the second half. I hope we come out swinging for the fences on this.
Pedro Campos back to kick.
Looks like
for the Raiders.
A few of the players on the sideline trying to get the crowd all amped up, trying to get the student section to stand, and looks like he got their attention.
Campos up for the kick. Line drive kick, it'll bounce. Vecchi will pick it up about the 17-yard line. Has a bit of a seam, has a block.
Ooh.
Unable to break free. But nice return there out to about the 37-yard line, where the Rams offense will take over, leading 14-11.
Is this our best field position? Christopher, that's a question to you. I stumped Mr. Parker.
And that is hard to do. So DeAndre Smith along with Brady Breeze. Actually, it could be Ronnie Rust over there. Nope, take that back. It is Brady Breeze off the right side. He's hit hard at the line of scrimmage. He'll go down after a really actually no gain on the play.
Oh, give him a couple inches.
I'm not going to. Rams looking to the sidelines. Ronnie went to the sidelines
right before halftime.
Right before
20
halftime.
seconds left. So
be interested to see if he makes it back into the game.
I'm looking down the players to see if I can see him.
So receiver split, top and bottom of the screen, with Brady Breeze in the backfield with Smith. Smith with the fake pass, little give and go route.
Oh, perfect
right
pass.
up the middle, drills on the slant route.
Oh,
Trey Davis to the 10, trying to get to the end zone. He'll go out of bounds at the 5-yard line. How about that pass by?
Right on the number, Steve. He caught it in stride, didn't stop. He juked 3 of the defenders for Reynolds, and then it was just a foot race trying to get to the corner. Obviously, Reynolds caught up with us, but, man, this is the way to start the second half. This is what I wanted to see.
Yeah, a little bit of excitement early coming out and lighting it up here as they're DeAndre Smith trying to figure out what they got going and gets back there, and they'll start the offense. Wells across the formation, fly sweep. Smith will keep it up the middle. He'll pick up a couple, be second down and goal for the Rams at about the 5.5-yard line.
Yeah, they snuffed that play out.
Well, you got to respect Wells. The kid's got some speed, and he's running across the formation. But like you said, the linebackers really didn't shift, and DeAndre didn't have much room.
That's a good place for freezing the linebackers, but they just read it and they tackled him. I mean, it's
so second and goal from about the 5, maybe a little bit longer for the Rams. Smith back to pass, looks to his left. Can't find him, but he's rushed, trying to get away, and he won't. He'll go down after a loss of about 7.
and
a flag comes out late. Looks like Third Gill may have been mixing it up with a DB. And
well, that play was broken up because our receiver didn't get the separation from the corner, and he looked over there, and there was no place to throw it. You don't want to work so hard to get down to to the goal line and throw a pick. So I'm glad he held on to it, even though we did get a sack. I mean, we still have a chance.
So after the play, it was a personal foul, so dead ball, and they'll back this up. The ball will be placed at the 30-yard line of the Rams. Bring up 3rd and goal from the 30, and I don't know how deep you have to go into playbook for that, but I don't think it's even in the playbook.
Well, that's just what I said before the start of the second half. His penalties are going to kill you. I mean, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, touchdown call back in the first, and some nice long runs call back in the first half as well. So the Rams with 3rd and goal from the 30. And it will be DeAndre Smith looking down the field trying to find a man, just to find some room to throw the ball. He'll keep it, and he'll run around the left side. He'll go down at about the 22-yard line. Another flag on the field, Kevin.
I got nothing, Steve.
I was going to say, if this backs up the Rams, it could put it out of field goal range for Owen White. As the officials discuss it, we'll get the call here. And I'll be holding against the Rams.
Oh, ouch. Penalties will kill you.
So they will mark it off. It appears they'll mark it off. Looks like the Raiders will take it and move them back. And actually now the coach is saying, no, thank you. We'll take the down.
Good thing it would be 3rd and a mile.
So 4th down, they bring out Owen White. And it looks like they'll try another field goal attempt. So it'll be 4th down. The ball will be placed at the 24-yard line. That'll make it, what, Christopher? How far?
Come on, Chris. You got to be...
I think he said 40. 40-yard attempt.
Still quicker than I could have gave it to you.
I know, but we give him a shot.
So they refused a penalty. They're they don't think our kicker can do it, so let's prove them wrong.
Owen White with a 40-yard field goal this year. So it's definitely within his range, given the opportunity by the line. Snap, good snap, kick is up, and it again is too low. Almost had enough leg to get there, but it'll be short. So the Rams miss an opportunity to score there. And really, Reynolds has new life. A game that we kind of thought that Reynolds really wouldn't be in the game. Reynolds are only 3 points behind, and they'll have the ball at about the 23-yard line.
Personally, Steve, I like the games that are blowouts, but a win is a win if you can pull it out, even if it's a close score.
Well, and sometimes you got to go through the rough patches, the Oregon City games and things like that, to find your character. this might just be another night where they're finding their character and
That's true.
defining the team for the season. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Xavier Smith up the middle. Looking to pound it up the middle. Pick up of about 1. Get a read on who that was in there. It's like Peister on the carry. And Reynolds quickly back in the offensive formation. Be second and a long 9, and the referees are signaling timeout on the field. As a Ram player runs off, looks like one of those equipment deals where you got to run off because you got to fix something. And get ready to resume play. Second and a long 9. 8:54. Rams still trailing by 3, holding on to this tenuous lead. No team really taking command this far in the game. Smith back to pass, looking for a receiver. Big rush there by Third-Gill. Gets it away. And that ball sails out of bounds. Good rush there by the Rams.
Yeah, it was a good rush. Good pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback did a quick little fake, got our defender off his feet, and had the second chance to throw the ball down the field. But when he did unload the ball, he did feel a little bit of a slight push from our defense.
Exactly. The referee was looking close at it, but kept his flag in his pocket. I noticed that too as well. So to bring up 3rd and a long 9. Again, setting up the screen pass. Hits Peister. A lot of room to run. But I don't think he'll get the first down. So to bring up 4th down and 3. Nice job on the Rams defense there to get up and close up any opportunities, any running lanes for Peister. Looks like, I want to say that's not Osborne. Like Cody Stallsworth, the punt.
He's holding as long as he can.
Holding as long as that, allowing those defenders to get down.
Well, that's smart for them. It gives their defenders to get down there and at least get some action on the ball.
But the Rams with good field position to start. Only 60 yards for pay dirt for the Rams. 7:44 left. The Rams looking to find some points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's the best field position so far. But we can't get those unnecessary penalties. The penalties are going to kill us in this game. And I'm sure Coach Pine is telling that to his team right now. I've still been looking for Ronnie Russ, Steve, and I haven't seen him, so I'm not going to guess anything, but
he might be taking the afternoon off. Brady Breeze in the backfield with DeAndre Smith, and he'll go to Breeze out the left side, has the middle. If he can get to the sidelines, he keeps it up the middle. Shakes a few tackler. Breeze to the 10, Breeze to the 5, Breeze in the end zone. Touchdown, Brady Breeze.
And I'm looking for any flag in the backfield right now. There is a player down for Reynolds. Looks like staff's coming out, but the
60-yard touchdown run for Life Breeze when you're Brady Breeze. How about that for an answer? Nice hold there by the offensive line, creating that seam for Brady Breeze. And you give Breeze that kind of room. He'll take advantage of it.
Way to go, Breezy. All right, PAT, Steve. Let's
here we go. Not to jinx him, but he's 15 for 15 on the
booster
season.
right here.
They still have a player down on the field. Great chance to talk about our sponsors. Again, Ram TV is produced by Oregon Sports Beat. And as a result, we have sponsors, which is great. We have Pacific Wire and Fence. Pacific Fence and Wire is a fourth-generation family business and is proud to employ 8 Central Catholic alumni. Pacific Fence specializes in residential and commercial fence installation and manufacturing. Call Pacific Fence today at 503-233-6248 or visit them online at www.pacificfence.com.
Hey, Steve, do they do residential or is it just commercial and industrial?
I think they do residential. And I think they'll be able to keep your dog in your backyard if you give them a call. On Owen White with the PAT, the kick is up, the kick is good. Owen White is perfect on the season, and the Rams go up 21 22-11.
We needed a series like that. We needed the confidence booster. Now we just need our defense to gel out there, stop them again, and then have our offense do the same thing.
Exactly. Get a sense the tide is shifting a little bit, maybe in the Rams' favor in the second half. Nice run there by Brady Breeze. It looked like to me he was going to kick it outside. He must have saw something I didn't see or wanted to make it exciting and kept it down the middle.
Well, you know, if you're Brady, you just run it right down the middle. You just run over your defenders.
Yeah, that's their scoreboard.
Nice job there by Owen White. Owen White is a very good kicker for the Rams, very consistent. So the Rams getting ready to kick off, leading by 10 points. It's like it's Osborne and Shanks back for the Raiders. Strike that. Looks like it's Osborne and Stallsworth. Osborne will get it on the run over the right side, brings it out to about the 25-yard line, stays on his feet, and he'll go down about the 27. And that's where Xavier Smith and the Reynolds Raiders will take over, trying to answer after that long run by Brady Breeze.
That's a good return by the Raiders. You know, they teach you catch the ball in stride at speed, and you're already going. So good job by the Raiders.
So clearly Reynolds still in this game, only trailing by 10, 2 possessions. 7:26 in this quarter, still a whole other quarter to go. But you kind of like to see the Rams kind of really gel, and like Zach said, they're kind of having a difficult time gelling and coming together, communicating on defense. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to do that in the second half.
This will be big if we can get a good stop here.
Ford over the left side, breaks free. Still running, still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. And
yeah, we're going for the strip on that, and he protected the rock really well. I mean, you know, I just said we just need to have a good defensive stand, but it's also fundamentals. Don't go. You got to tackle.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds, so they'll place the ball at the 45-yard line of the Raiders. First down after that run. And empty backfield. Here comes Smith throwing across the middle. Has a man wide open. It's Osborne. He catches it at the 25. A little juke move. Headed to the end zone. To the 5. And into the end zone the ball comes. But after the ball had crossed the line. Touchdown Reynolds. Unbelievable how Osborne can get that open when he's been giving us fits all night long.
Yeah, fits in the first half. But he has been underthrown or thrown behind. This time he is wide open by 20 yards.
He's slippery.
That's a defensive breakdown on our part. You know, I'm sure that'll be discussed right now.
So Reynolds answers. They're here for the PAT. Didn't take long for them, less than a minute.
Well, Christopher Parker just told me Osborne had 2 catches. Guess how many yards?
Over 100.
96.
I was going to say
96 yards.
So that PAT is up and good. Reynolds stays in this game with the Rams. Rams 21, Raiders 18.
Raiders are holding tight. You got to give it to their program right now. The coach has really motivated those kids over there. You know, and that says a lot about their coaching staff. You know, it gives a bright spot for the Raiders. You know, down by 3, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. You know, if they get a good defensive stop right now, who knows? It could be a turnaround for their program. But we need, as the Rams need to do, is go out there and do what we do best: is get that across the goal line, get some scores up, play solid defense, and take us to the promised land today.
Well, you talked about the Rams and their success in the Mount Hood Conference. Against Reynolds, they have a 7-game winning streak, 8 of the last 10. The last time the Rams had lost to Reynolds was in 2007. So quite a winning streak going there. Last year the score was 52-2.
I remember that game, Steve. That was a hard game to commentate. You kind of run out of things to say when you dominate somebody by that many points.
Exactly. No domination tonight. It's blow for blow, Rams and Raiders.
See who survives 8 rounds here.
And looks like Trey Davis will take the ball at about the 7-yard line, bringing it down the middle, bouncing it outside. Has a seam. He's got a blocker down to the 40, cuts it back, looking for more blockers, and he'll go down at about the 47-yard line of the Raiders. Nice return there by Trey Davis. Trey Davis having a great night for us.
He's having a great night, Steve. And, you know, I hate to say this again, we got great field position, so hopefully we can capitalize on this once again and get that rock over the goal line.
6:51 remains in the third. Rams clinging to a 3-point lead, unable to really create much separation other than 14-0.
Yeah, we have to stop trading scores.
Yeah. Again, Brady Breeze back in with Deontay Smith. Breeze over the left side, has the edge, has a little bit of room, and he'll go down at about I'm going to call that the 38-yard line, close to a first down.
On that play, Brady Breeze had to actually push his blocker forward. And I think he used him as a speed bump.
Second and short for the Rams. Rams quickly back on the ball, not wasting any time. And looks like it'll be Brady Breeze over the right side who slips and has a seam again. Cuts it back. Brady Breeze to the 20. Driving down to the 15. He'll go down at about the 7-yard line. Nice running there by Brady Breeze. Hey, how about the line creating those holes for Brady Breeze to peel off these yards? Nice job there by that offensive line to control
excellent
the line.
job by the offensive line. Also, Brady Breeze is, you know, just like Ronnie Russ, he's carrying like 3 of the Raiders players with him.
Looks like there's timeout on the field. Coach Pine wants to regroup here and discuss what we have going. And while we're discussing things, we'll talk a little bit about Living Right Senior Placement. You know, Living Right Senior Placement consultants match the needs of seniors with the appropriate services in a new home to ensure optimum health and wellness. We tour the communities and help you weigh the pros and cons of each option. Remember to call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 or visit livinglight.net. Again, it's Living Right Senior Placement.
Take care of the elderly.
So 6:06 left. Rams with a first down. Be first and goal at about the 9-yard line, and Coach Pine calls timeout, going to talk it over. Don't want to really mess this opportunity up. Kind of regroup the team.
I see Lamar Winston on crutches on the sideline, but it looks like he's just using them as props. So hopefully the injury is not too bad. We'll probably get it looked at over the weekend, and we'll know more next week. So we'll give you updates.
And the handoff to Breeze off the right side has the angle. Brady Breeze pretty much walks in for the touchdown.
Untouched.
Tremendous blocking there by that Rams front line.
That's what we're talking about, getting that O-line to gel. It looks like we're coming together.
But how about the coaching there? Coach Pine calling over to the sidelines, obviously saying, all right, guys, let's execute. Let's take this opportunity. And I'm guessing this is what he said. But based on that play, they clearly executed. Let's execute, get it done right, and go in for the score. And Brady Breeze probably could have walked in. The blocking was so good on that.
Exactly. You know, Coach Bryan is a consummate professional, a great coach, a great mentor, all these athletes. So he probably pumped them up, made them, you know, regardless of what happened that play, they're gonna come out victorious. So that play just made it work, and Brady Breeze, like you said, went in untouched. Could have walked it in.
And Owen White adding the extra point, perfect on the night, perfect on the season for Owen White. The Rams take a 28-18 lead with 5:58 left in the third quarter. Nice 10-point cushion there. Now we'll look to the defense to see what they can put together, because the Reynolds Raiders are actually pushing us around a bit when it comes to the defensive side of things.
Well, let's see. You know, it could be fatigue might be setting in. You know, they have players that play offense and defense. So, you know, if we can just rotate our players and keep fresh legs, you know, I think we'll have the upper hand and we'll come out victorious.
Owen White kicking off for the Rams.
Well, not if number 4 keeps getting passes for 55 yards.
And Osborne is back to receive the kick.
That's the kid.
That is the kid. Keep an eye on him. Cody Stallsworth also back there. Number 8 for the Raiders.
Osborne and Stallsworth
Kicks off. Let's see if it's a touchback. Nope.
Yeah, he'll take it at the 1 yard line. Again, it's Osborne. Nice job getting wrapped up there by the Rams. Give me a read there. Nice tackle. Looks like Worm on the tackle. Nice job. The Raiders will take over about the 18-yard line. Osborne unable to escape and make much of a gain there on the return, Kevin.
No, that's a great kickoff. Great group effort by the defense to get that gang tackle. So
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Obviously, they need to start executing or continue to execute to stay in this game. Rams opening up a 10-point lead now, and Raiders looking to answer like they did on the last series. A little fly sweep off the left side. A little bit of room. Here comes Brady Breeze to close that down. Nice fundamental tackle there by Breeze and some good sportsmanship as he helps up Stallsworth after a gain of about 5 yard lines, maybe 4.
yeah, like you said, sportsmanship is very. You just have to have good sportsmanship. Pick up the player, tap him on the helmet. Congratulate him on a good play. It's necessary in football, necessary in any sport.
Hand off up the middle.
Nothing there.
It's shut down there by that front line. That was Ford on the carry. Running back duties between Peiser and Ford tonight. Both backs doing relatively well. And the clock runs. 5 minutes left in the third. Xavier Smith with a pass to the flat. It's hauled in.
Fingertip catch on that.
Yeah, Ford able to haul it in, but not much of a gain on that. Maybe.
Yeah, if he would have caught him in stride, he would have had some good yardage on that play.
Yeah, nice stop there by the Rams. So the Raiders will drop back to punt deep in their own field position. Obviously not a time where you're going to want to go for it against the Rams.
If I was Coach Pine, I'd send 2 people to block that punt because the punter's holding on to that ball for a long time waiting for his line to get down there. If we send 2 people in there, he's going to...
They send 1. The kick is off, and Trey Davis able to grab it, shake some tacklers still on his feet.
Boom shakalaka.
Oh! Look at Davis trying to find a seam. They still can't bring him down.
Okay, Steve, this is a quintessential.
I'll tell you.
It's a 5-yard run, but he ran 100 yards.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Get that kid some oxygen because he is tired.
Give the defense some oxygen too, man. Those big boys can't run like that.
A little bit of excitement there. Trey Davis looking for a seam, unable to find it, but definitely giving the fans something to cheer for. 4:03 left. The Rams are going to get the ball in good field position at the 45-yard line.
All right, this is time where we wear him down, Steve.
Brady Breeze coming back in after that, about an 8-9-yard TD run, or TD walk-in, basically, done by the great blocking up front for the Rams.
Well, just found out Ronnie's back on the sideline, and so you guys want to know.
So the run over the left side was for about a yard.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Ronnie's coming back in.
Going to give Brady Breeze a break. Boy, that's it. Brady Breeze a break.
BBB.
Exactly. Handoff over the left side, or actually fake handoff, play action pass. Deontay gets swallowed up there. Oh, he loses the football. It's picked up, and that will be Reynolds' ball as the player is pushed out of bounds. That ball recovered by Pedro Campos, the kicker. Also plays on defense, so the Raiders will take over. Relatively good field position. Deontay Smith trying to do too much, got that ball knocked out. And Reynolds has new life. You're awfully quiet, Kevin.
Oh, it's a little bit of frustration. If you know you're going down, just go down. They're gonna try to go after the rock. They need to do everything they can to get this victory over us, and you got to expect that. So, I like to see players go down.
Xavier Smith back to pass, looking for a receiver, getting a little rush of his own. Fans want a holding call. Nothing doing. He heaves it into the end zone, and that is broken up. Nice defensive play.
Excellent defensive play. He actually had a long time to get that ball up in the air and look downfield.
Yeah. Sedarius there breaking that up. Nice play. Bring up second down and 10 for the Raiders. 4 receivers in the set, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top, and it looks like Peister will get it off, or Ford will get it off the left side. Nothing doing there. The Rams will throw him for a loss of about 5. That play was doomed from the start. Great penetration there by that Rams front line.
Yeah, he just held him up just a little bit, and we're able to get another guy in there and take him down. Looks like Reynolds is running out of a little bit of gas.
So I'll bring up third, and I'm going to give it 17, Kevin.
Yeah, 17 looks good. You think they're going to throw the ball, Steve?
Xavier Smith, highly likely to throw the ball. No, but he'll keep it on a quarterback draw up the middle. Picking up a little room, getting the edge, still on his feet. They'll pick up the first down before he goes down.
Good.
Looked like they had him stopped.
Great play call by the Raiders.
Looks like they had him stopped about the 30-yard line, but he escaped that tackle.
For a minute there, it looked like the sideline ref was pointing the other way, like they fumbled the ball, but apparently that's not the call. Wishful thinking on my part.
Exactly.
Oh,
and a fumble on the play. Able to cover it up. Fortunate there. Xavier Smith nearly lost that. So mistakes on both sides of the ball, kind of shooting the teams in the foot. That'll be second down and
17.
Okay, 16? I'll give you 17,
No,
Kevin.
16.
1:46 left on the clock for the third quarter. Rams showing blitz, but they'll back out of it. Got receivers in the flat. Xavier Smith having to struggle with that pressure, unable to get the ball off, unable to really keep his eyes up on the field, having to try to escape the pressure.
Yeah, Cody Stallworth was just hanging out in the flat, and our linebacker was just floating between the two, trying not to commit to one or the other. So, he had an option there, but we were able to get to the quarterback and take him down.
So there'll be a tackle for a loss, third and nearly 20 for the Raiders. Clock continues to run with about a minute left in the third quarter. The Rams up by 10. Smith looking deep to the corner of the end zone. He'll overthrow that. No chance there. Again, looking for Osborne, the very prolific receiver tonight. That'll bring up fourth down and 20.
Yeah, Osborne's been doing a lot of the Reynolds magic today, so that guy's been up and down the field, maybe about 15 miles worth of work.
Yeah, exactly. So fourth down and about 20. Empty backfield for the Raiders. Rams rush with 4. Smith looking to run, and he'll fall down, and he'll go down, but he had an opportunity to get to the sticks. He'll fall down after a gain of 10, and that's where the Rams will take over on downs.
Tripped up right at the original line of scrimmage, turnover on downs. Let's get our offense in motion. Our defense held strong. Proud of those guys. They're starting to gel.
Exactly. Great time to talk about our sponsors. At Living Right Senior Placement, our process begins with a face-to-face meeting to review the geographic, financial, cultural, and medical needs of the senior. Finding the senior's living community that is comfortable and welcoming is of the utmost importance. Call Jennifer Cook at 503-780-7353 as Giante ready to take the snap, and it's not Ronnie Rustin there or Brady Breeze. Handoff up the middle, gain of about 1. Little help, Christopher.
That was
Jordan Stevens.
All right.
I believe you.
So short gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. 11 seconds. Rams looking to, in the quarter, let the clock expire. No sense running a play. You got a 10-point lead, Kevin.
Yeah, clock management.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to...
All right, so a little bit better third quarter there.
I think, are we going to have an interview with Zach Pine right now? I think we are. Get the hand signal that...
All right, guys. So in talking to Parker Schaefer, I found out that the offense is gelling a lot better this half, although it's a little bit frustrating from his perspective. This is his words, by the way, that the wide receivers are going and doing their job every time, and up front it's not getting done. So we're going to try and push up front a little bit more. Defensively, talking to Steven Erickson, we're communicating a lot better in the third. Overall, it's just been a lot better of a quarter. The team seems to be gelling a little bit better, even though we've had some mess-ups. It seems like everything's going a lot better. All right, back up to you guys, Steve.
Hey, nice job, Zach. Thanks for the gelling. You're gelling down there with those reports. So he's entered the fourth quarter. Rams up 28-18. And looking to drive second down at about 9. Little fly sweep, and that does hand it off over the right side. Picks up the angle, but not able to get much on the carry. About 2 is Vecchi. Smith actually doing a nice job tonight, really running that offense.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. Just some other plays that are kind of questionable, but I mean, you got to take your lumps before you're, the elite quarterback. So you're right, Steve. He's doing a great job right now. No complaints.
Brady Breeze back there. Smith again back to pass. Across the middle. Hits Trey Davis. Trey Davis out to about the 45-yard line, but brought down.
That arm tackle's not going to take him down, but and a flag goes up.
And a flag. Really after the play. It's like a little dust up in the backfield after the whistle. And from the body language, I think it will go against the Rams. And it does. So that'll back it up. Spot foul.
Steve, we have these great big plays and then an unnecessary. So the ref's going to go talk to Steve right now.
So looking back, you take a look at the season and you look at that Oregon City game, Kevin, and they were baiting him to pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, DeAndre's back there, relatively new. Carson's out, hasn't really, got his feet wet as quarterback.
Yeah,
so they're loading up the box and really trying to force the throw. Now I think if you're scouting the team, you can't do that anymore. DeAndre's shown he's got an arm.
Yeah.
He's hit Trey Davis on multiple occasions across the middle, so he's really kind of stepping up and developing as a quarterback. So it's allowing the offense to open up the playbook a little bit more, and it gives defense a little bit more to think about.
Exactly. And it's just not one receiver. You have multiple receivers he can throw to, which, everyone can be a weapon. So, you give the third look, first, second, third look, and someone's open, he's going to connect with it. But you just have to go through the repetitions and knowing your receivers and how they're going to run the routes and watching the defense. So he's doing a great job.
Yeah, you like to see development over time, and he certainly demonstrated that. So it'll be third, and I got to say about 27 yards for the Rams. So,
those penalties will kill you. I hate seeing them. It's after we get a huge gain, and then this penalty in the backfield that's away from the ball. It's not even necessary.
Smith again, nice job keeping his eyes up, looking across the middle. That pass is intercepted, of course, by Osborne. The ball tipped.
It looks like Parker Schaefer wasn't able to haul it in, and Osborne, everywhere on the field tonight.
Unbelievable game for Osborne. You got to give that kid some props. Not a bad ball by DeAndre.
No, not a bad ball. And it was a tough one to catch, too.
And he had plenty of time. So, I mean, you look at it, it's like, when we were playing Jesuit, we were asking for, the opportunity to get the ball back and stay in the game. Now we're just doing the opposite. We're giving Reynolds the ball back so they can try to stay in the game. They hand off to Ford up the middle. Nice tackle there. Really after no gain at all.
Zach Pine has a good sideline gig down there. He's mingling with the players, getting all their thoughts, coming up with some great interviews down there. So, Zach Pine, you're doing a great job for us down there on the sideline. I really appreciate it. We're up here in a nice warm booth.
Exactly. Smith with the pass. It falls incomplete. Big rush there off the end there.
To me, you're supposed to catch that ball, not bat it down. So,
it was Elijah Winston coming around the corner, had a good beat on him, and they floated over his head. But you're right, he probably could have picked that off midair and been gone. That'll bring that third and about 12. Got to keep an eye at the bottom of your screen is Osborne. Osborne's been giving the Rams fits all night.
It's a big defensive stand for us.
Forward in the backfield, he'll go to the flat on the left, little wheel route, well covered. They're going to throw it to him anyway, and that is broken up, and a flag comes in. Looks like good coverage there by the linebacker. The fans didn't like it, the Rams didn't like it, but I think the Reynolds Raiders are quite pleased. And it is pass interference against the Rams.
Steve, turn off my mic, please.
No. Stay disciplined.
I'm going to go outside.
Stay disciplined. I mean, you're still early. I mean, it's like really your first whole game, so you can't go out. You can't flame out after one. At least give it some time. So they mark this off, and it looks like it'll be a first down after they mark it off. So the Raiders with new life, they were looking at actually a fourth down.
I think the refs are spoon-feeding the Raiders players.
I don't know. Anyway.
I'm the color commentator. I can say that.
I don't know. Anyway, the handoff, fake handoff, and Xavier Smith keeps it. He'll pick up a couple. Nice job there by that Rams front.
Yeah, we're doing really good on the run defense. And going back to the penalties, and I thought it was an equal 50-50 ball, but, like I said, I'm not wearing the stripes.
Well, we talked about the development of Smith at quarterback, and that front line struggled a little bit as well as Xavier Smith tries to get off the left side. But DeAndre developed, this defensive line is developed too as well.
Correct. Yep.
Jesuit really, took it to him. Bosco did. They struggled a little bit with Oregon City. So it's nice to see them kind of rising up and improving as well. It's really kind of a testament to the coaching staff to bring them up, to develop them. It's a long season.
Long season. You got to stay positive with these kids. The positive reinforcements, makes them step up to be better players and better people in general.
So 3rd and 2 for the Raiders, trying to keep the drive alive. Handoff over the right side to Ford. He'll find a seam. He'll pick up what appears to be a first down to about the 6-yard line. Ford getting a lot of action in the second half. Haven't seen much of Peister. Peister coming tonight was a big concern for the Raiders. Very shifty runner. And the clock continues to run. And the Raiders continued their drive. 1st and goal. Be Xavier Smith off the right side. He's driving. He'll find the end zone for the Raiders. And here we are. The Reynolds Raiders are right back in it.
They're going blow for blow, Steve. Any flag on the play? Is this...
Clean as a whistle there, Ramsey. Clean as a whistle. 9:41 left. We're in the 4th quarter. And the Raiders looking to cut the lead to just 3. Kick is out. Man, the kick is good, and they do cut the lead to 3. So here comes the Reynolds Raiders answering back. The Rams, kind of rubber band it. They get a 10-point lead, and they just can't. It's
not a guaranteed win. I mean, they're toe-to-toe with us right now. This last 9 minutes and 41 seconds is definitely going to decide the winner, but see who's going to win in the trenches.
It's interesting because Centennial, who we beat rather handily last week, Centennial really took it to Reynolds and basically beat him by about 30 points. I'm looking on my sheet and I can't find where I wrote it, but it was about a 30-point win over Reynolds. So it's interesting to see the shift where Central just took care of business last week against Centennial and really struggling with the team that Centennial.
Exactly. It depends
was
on
able
who
to handle.
shows up on Friday. You know, it's just, you don't know if they've had testing this week, if they're tired, you know, but it's a team sport, you know, and that's what players do is bring up the teammates. So hopefully we can rise and get our offense out there and get another score, put another 10-point cushion on the board.
So Campos to kick for the Raiders. And the dangerous Trey Davis is back there and they kick it on the ground over to his side. He gets a good bounce, and he'll pick it up, and let's see what Trey can do. Trey taking it up the middle, trying to find a seam again. This time not so much back and forth, a little more north and south there for Davis. Nice return there. And the Rams will take over a relatively good field position at their own 43-yard line.
There's a flag on the play, Steve.
Oh, how does that not surprise me?
Oh, shocker there.
So anyway, the Rams will move back about 20 yards, spot foul there. So the Rams will take over at the 25-yard line now. DeAndre Smith and company.
That is our 12th penalty on the night, Steve.
Well, we talked about consistency coming in and the need to be consistent. We just didn't articulate that we didn't want that kind of consistency.
And Reynolds' penalty count has not changed and is still at 2.
All right, well, moving right along, 9:30 left in the fourth. The Rams really have to get out of the funk and execute. Brady Breeze in the backfield. And if anybody's going to get you out of the funk, it could be Breeze as he gets the handoff up the middle. And here he goes down the sideline to the 40, to the 45, cuts it back inside. Still on his feet, he'll go down at about the 40.
You know what I noticed?
44-yard line of the Raiders.
When Trey was taking that ball up the field off the kickoff, what I noticed was he likes to swing the pigskin back and forth.
Got to be careful. Got to keep it tight.
Yeah, and Brady Breeze is doing that same thing. They can come up from behind and poke it away.
I say good teams will take advantage of that opportunity. Nice run there by Breeze. They take him out, give him a second
and there's
to
no
rest.
flag. Wow.
All right, here we go. Interesting formation as the slot is back at the level of the quarterback and the running back. Handoff over the left side. Nice run there. Get a read on that.
Jordan Stevens.
Yeah, Jordan Stevens, nice run there. Picks up the first down. Looks like they use Trey Davis as a little bit of a decoy over there. Kind of flaring him out.
Jordan Stevens is doing a good job filling in for Brady Breeze when he has to come off and get a rest. So it's nice to know that we have some people behind the other players that can come out and succeed.
He's the junior, 5'10", 185 pounds of Stevens. Again, up the middle. Not much there. He'll go down after a gain of about a yard. And he'll come off the field as Brady Breeze make his way back. It'll be really second and a long 9. The ball's placed at the 32-yard line. Rams only up by 3, and the clock continues to run with about 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, about that same formation. They keep Trey Davis back a little bit. Again, Breeze over the left side. And here goes Breeze down to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5. You're not stopping him. Touchdown, Brady Breeze.
Way to go, Breezy.
Life's a breeze when you Brady Breeze. 3 touchdowns on the night for Brady Breeze.
I'm looking around, Steve, and I don't see any yellow flags on the field. So.
Just what we need not to see. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Brady Breeze took it, found a big opening in a hole, ran up the field. You cannot arm tackle that guy. There's no way a simple arm tackle will take him down.
And how about Christopher Parker? 11 rushes for 177 yards and 3 touchdowns for Brady Breeze. That is a night. Give that kid some oxygen, some water, and an ice bath because he is going to be feeling it tomorrow. Rams go up 35-25, 10-point lead. Still 7:53 left in the game, and a contest that's been back and forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left in the game, and Reynolds has proved they can hang toe-to-toe with us. So we'll see what this next possession produces for the Raiders, and I hope our defense comes out and stuffs them. Just saying.
Just saying. Not that you're a homer, but you're a homer for the Rams. But, yeah, nice job there. Actually, great execution there. Offense really coming into its own a little bit more in the second half. Trey Davis, pretty exciting night for him all around, too.
Oh, yeah, all-purpose yards. You know,
Yeah, do you count the yards north and south or east and west? Because I think he's a
the east
marathon
and west
runner if
yards,
it's east and west.
East and west yards might be just the same as the north-south. So the guy can use the whole field.
You know what? It looks like he's having fun doing it. I don't know if you can,
absolutely.
I don't know if you can
I'm
see
winded.
fun, but it looks like he's having fun doing it. Owen White in to kick, and he was perfect on that field goal. Sorry, that PAT, sorry. And a big boot. And it'll be taken by Osborne at about the 3-yard line.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he was tripped up. Nice tackle there. I want to say it's Stevens again. Nice tackle there.
He's right as closest to me as he can be, and I still don't get the second number.
I know. It's all bunched up. All bunched up. Maybe we should hire somebody with eyes.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Reynolds. Nice job there on special teams to keep Osborne really from breaking one open. The kid's been all over the field tonight giving the Rams fits. But he's tripped up there at about the 18-yard line, and the Raiders will take over, trailing by 10. Smith back to pass, got to rush. He'll take it up the middle, has a little bit of room. Still on his feet down. He'll go down about the 41-yard line. And that's about where they're spotted.
That's a good read by the Raiders quarterback.
And
I mean, he looked forward, and there was nothing.
Exactly. A holding call. That'll be the third penalty on the Raiders tonight. So a little bit of the Rams medicine there as the long play will be nullified by the holding call.
Otherwise, a good play by the Raiders.
Well, the thing is Xavier Smith tucked it and ran early. He didn't hesitate. Where earlier in the game,
he was holding on to the rock, staying in the pocket a little too long.
Exactly.
And then we swarmed and took him down. But obviously there was a hold in this last series, so we'll see what happens now. We got him backed up against the goal line, so that's nice.
Yeah, or the 6-yard line, close enough. And that's 1st and 20 from about their own 6. Forward in the backfield with Smith.
I'd send the heat, Steve.
They send one. And no gain really on that play is Ford, who's stuffed in the middle. Bring up 2nd and long for the Raiders. Big break for the Rams after what appeared to be a nice run there by Smith. And now they're in the shadow of their own goalpost in a game they really can't afford not to execute on this drive. Rams will have the benefit of the clock on their side if they are able to get or force a punt. Smith back to pass, looking down the middle. Lots of time. Finds Osborne in the middle. Great hands, and Osborne will be taken down close to a 1st down. Osborne again finding a seam in that Rams defense, and Smith able to find him.
I think 2 of our players, hit pretty hard. And that's they immediately went out to go check. Juliet was out there to make sure he doesn't have a concussion. That's really important in sports nowadays. And it's jobs as coaches to look after our athletes. So any head-to-head contact, helmet to body, or in any sport, we got to look out for that. So it's good to get Brady off and looked at least. Make sure his marbles are still there.
Exactly. And talking about marbles, let's talk about Pacific Fence and Wire. Because a lot of times you got to keep your marbles in your backyard or even your dog. So Pacific Fence and Wire is a 4th-generation family business that is proud to employ 8 Central Catholic alumni. Pacific Fence specializes in residential and commercial fence installation and manufacturing. So call Pacific Fence today at 503-233-6248 or visit them online at www.pacificfence.com. RamTV.com. And again, thanks to all the sponsors help bring Ram TV to you tonight as we got quite a game.
Yeah,
Rams looking for a
thank you
victory.
very much for your patronage.
6:54 left, Kevin. The Rams looking to stay perfect in Mount Hood Conference play.
Yeah, we just can't give them those big plays to give them that breath. We got to take that last breath out of them.
So to bring up third and very short. And the handoff up the middle, and Ford finds a little bit of room, gets the first down and more as he travels out about 10 yards down the field and goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Just like I said, the Raiders can't arm tackle. We can't arm tackle either. Ford it's a good running back, so can't take him down with an arm tackle on the leg. You got to wrap him up and then at least deflect him and get another defender in there to get him down.
So the drive continues, and it's Ford off the right side being chased by Rams and able to get to the edge after picking up about 5.5 yard line, or excuse me, 5.5 yards down to the 40-yard line.
Jonas Ford on the carry. Malik Thurgood, the tackle.
And the Raiders continue their drive. Quickly back on the line. Obviously, the clock continues to run at 6:20.
They're doing the hurry-up offense right now, trying to get us distracted and off a player.
Two backs in the backfield. Now one goes in motion out to the flat. The handoff up the middle to Ford. No, Smith keeps it. And he'll get enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock. And still 6 minutes left. A lot of time. And, you obviously worry and you start to formulate. They get into the end zone quick. You don't necessarily have to do an onside kick. You just need to get a stop deep in the end zone.
Exactly.
Or deep in the
and the way they're
territory.
playing right now, yeah, they can do that. But I can see up here their offensive line they're moving a little slow, so they're glad to get these first downs, at least get a little bit of a break while they move the chains.
Yeah, Smith back to pass, going to heave it down the field, has a receiver. Oh, it goes out of his hands, but he was open.
Oh, he was open. He had both feet in bounds. Just
Dominic Skupine had an opportunity there to haul it in for a first down, but it did slip through his arms. That'll bring up second down for the Raiders. Clock stops, 5:49.
Yeah, those receivers are running some pretty deep routes, and then they have to come all the way back, run them again, back. That's why Osborne's maybe he's up to 17 miles now.
Stallsworth in motion, but it'll be handed off to Ford, who gets up the middle. Bounces it back. Nice tackle there by Brady Breeze, short of the first down. It'll be third and about 2 for the Raiders. Raiders quickly back on the ball. 5:30 left in the fourth. Third and about 3. Ford in the backfield with Smith. And the Rams come with the blitz. Xavier Smith being rushed, looking to get it away, finds the receiver and just throws it into a mosh pit of Burgundy, or Cardinal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how that didn't get intercepted. We had 4 guys to 1.
We had 4 guys to 1.
And a flag on the field.
And this late in the game, you got to look at player posture right now. Hands on the hips. Are you in the game or you're not? The chest are heaving. This is when it's the trenches. This is when you got to stay together, gel as a team, and really put it to them now.
So the penalty will be against the Raiders. The play took so long to develop that lineman downfield. And they are going to accept the penalty, so it'll be third and we'll call it 8. They'll put the ball on the 48-yard line of the Raiders.
I wonder if we're going to go with the blitz package again like we did last play.
Smith back to pass, looking to his left. Fakes it, hauls it back in. I don't know how that didn't leave his hands. He's it down to Osborne, and that is intercepted.
Intercepted. Yep, intercepted. Looks like no flags on the play.
Nice job there. Got to get a read on the number. Get a little help, Christopher?
We know it was a Ram. That's the good thing.
Anyway, this time Osborne wasn't able to bail him out. Smith heaves it down the field looking for Osborne, and this time it wasn't Osborne. It was the Rams.
Set number 9, Steve. Austin Hill.
We'll go with that, Austin Hill on the.
Well, when
On the
it was
interception.
the throw was overthrown. We had 2 players back there, so it was inevitable that we would get an interception on that play.
So the Rams take over at the 22-yard line. 5 minutes left, leading by 10. Really just needs to have good ball control. Over the left side, it looks like Stevens has a big hole. Oh, and he's tripped up at about the 41-yard line. He had a lot of real estate in front of him. But nonetheless, first down for the Rams.
Ball carrier, Win on the tackle. First down, Rams.
Yeah. Edward Smotko made that tackle, I think. I think it was 25. Yeah, if he didn't make that tackle, he would have gone all the whole way. Waiting for the play call from the coach.
Clock continues to run. 4:30 left in the fourth. Rams just looking to run the clock out over the left side, up the middle, protecting the ball. Another big hole by that front line. Down to the 18-yard line. Strong running.
That's what I'm talking about. They're trying to poke the ball away rather than make a tackle. So he actually carried him on his back for, I guess, about 12 yards.
Again, Stevens, nice running there. Christopher, what's he got just on the last 2 plays?
On the last 2 plays?
Yeah.
59.
59 yards and 2 plays. Nothing like a fresh set of legs there.
73 total.
Ramsey impatient, let the clock run. 4 minutes left in the game. Brady Breeze now over the left side. He'll pick up 2. Nice job him protecting the football, both hands on the ball.
Brady Breeze on the carry. Nathaniel Butler from the south.
So it'll be second down, ball at the 19. Second and about 10 for the Rams. Rams being nice and patient.
Clock management right now. We don't want to get the ball to him. We'll just march it down, put it in, hopefully maybe with a minute left.
3:25. Wells in motion. Fake, they're going to actually pass the ball. Looking out here to, looks like third gill. Nice job hauling that in at about the 8-yard line. But how about that call? I haven't called third gill's name too much tonight.
Malik Thurgill.
Maybe that was a, hey, oh, by the way, we owe you a pass tonight. And nice reception hauled in there by third gill.
It keeps the defense honest.
So it looks like they're marking that a first down. So the Rams are getting new set of downs. 3:17 left.
First and goal for
A couple run plays here, Steve. Really get that clock down lower. Then get popping in for the score.
Again, Wells across the formation. Goes to Stevens off the left side. He'll go down at about the 3-yard line. Little misdirection there. And again, Wells serving as the decoy. But nice job by that offensive line creating some seams. And you talked about body language earlier. The white jerseys look like they little fatigued and maybe beat down at this point.
I don't think there's a player that doesn't have their hands on the hips right now. So
Oh, big hit there. Stevens stopped in the backfield.
he came in untouched.
DeAndre may have been better served to pull that one out because he had a lot of real estate to the right side of the field. They're keying in on the backs now, not really worrying about DeAndre. Clock running, 2:10 left in the fourth quarter. Rams with a nice 10-point lead. Clearly, barring a major mistake, a fumble,
Knock on wood.
and a flag comes out as Smith rolls to the right, and they'll stop play with 2 minutes left. Remember, keep an eye on the Rams, Central Catholic Rams High School website. That's where you'll learn and see where all of the Ram TV broadcasts are. Typically, they'll be at home games, but I think we might have mix in an away game, maybe at Clackamas. We haven't determined that for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But the Rams website will tell you where to go, where to look, and where to find the next Ram TV broadcast. And as the season moves on, Clackamas undefeated. The Rams will be undefeated. I'm not quite sure how Clackamas is faring tonight, but that Clackamas game could be a deciding factor for the Mount Conference.
Exactly. That's going to be a pivotal game for both these programs.
Smith looking right into the end zone. That ball is tipped, and looks like Parker Schaefer, the intended receiver, nothing doing there. They'll stop the clock with 1:46 and bring up 4th down. So stop clock, 4th and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, you don't take points off the board. You don't go for it. You put your kicker in there. He's pretty automatic from this distance. So
ball is placed at the left hash mark.
I think this would be an NFL PAT.
Now, isn't that interesting? I just have a hard time figuring that out sometimes. Yeah. I like it, but it's just hard to wrap my head around it sometimes. White with the field goal attempt. And does it find its way in? No, it's short. I think somebody got their hand on it. So new life for the Raiders. Obviously, they got a long way to go, but you got number 4 Osborne in the game. Anything can happen.
Well, and sportsmanship. He's there and he picked up the center. He stayed back and helped him up. That even Reynolds, players know sportsmanship. It's great. Both these programs are great. Turnover on down, Steve.
Yeah, 1:41 left. Rams up by 10. Obviously, the odds leaning in their favor, but it's high school football. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's the one big play right now.
Smith dropped back to pass, looking for the little out route. Nothing doing there, but did have Ford in the flat. That could have been dangerous. He was uncovered. No linebacker came up to cover him.
David Smith's pass incomplete.
1:35, 1st and 10.
That play only took 6 seconds, so they still got a lot of clock left.
Rams in a 2-deep defense, not letting anything get behind them, and Smith will throw that out of the stadium. Good thing they got extra balls on that side, because I don't know if they'll find that one. It's kind of like my drives. You just hit it, and you just never know where it goes.
The people are the grass. You just got to find it throughout the...
Exactly, and a flag is thrown late. I have no idea, other than the fact that might be he was beyond the line of scrimmage or intentional grounding. We'll take a look here.
He was out of the pocket.
They're going to call it intentional grounding. So that is a loss of down. So that'll make it 3rd down plus the penalty, like 3rd and 20.
Oh, that's the dagger right there, I think, Steve.
You may be right. Again, I want to thank the sponsors tonight for the Ram TV program.
It'll be Pacific Wire and Fence.
And, of course, Living Right Senior Placement. Smith back to pass. Little screen pass to the wide receiver. A little bit of room, but nothing, not enough there. Bring up 4th down at about 12.
Yeah, no, are they going to call a timeout or let the clock run and just take a knee on this one?
I think they might be conceding.
Yeah.
It's odd that they wouldn't call a timeout. Obviously, you break one off or you get an onside kick. Things can happen. But
well, I'm not the coach.
Nope.
So I'm happy the clock's running.
Again, 2 deep coverage.
A lot of time, Steve. A lot of time back there. Man, he's got great protection.
Fakes the pass, keeps it. Be 4th down. He'll go down short of the 1st down, and that'll give Rams the ball and the game, as I'm sure the Rams will kneel down and run this one out.
Yeah, 42 seconds left, Steve. I think all we have to do is take a knee.
But there's something very important coming up. Christopher Parker's over there working like a banshee, trying to get all the stats finished up that you can bring at the end of the game, so our Rams fans know what Ronnie Russ did, what Brady Breeze did, what Stevens Smith did in this game. So
well, actually, and Zach Pine has interview after the game as well. think he might be talking to Coach Pine, also known as his father.
Padre. All right. So 42 seconds left. Stick around. We got a little bit at the end of the game. The Rams will likely go into victory formation here, but by all means, stick around and get all the details. Give you something to talk around the water cooler tomorrow or breakfast. How good the Rams did and who did what. You'll be armed with the information. Coach Pine will take a timeout, and that would give Christopher Parker more time to get his calculator out.
Or probably talk his kids up and tell them what a great job they did, way to succeed. And
Got Ryan All on the sideline celebrating with the players, congratulating them on a win. And thank Ryan for coming up here. Clearly a class act coming up here and telling us about his experience of D1 football down at Oregon State University.
Join the team for their meeting and prayer.
I've never seen Christopher write so fast.
He's trying to figure out.
I hope it's legible.
He's still trying to figure out the penalty total.
There's not enough numbers on the calculator.
That's when you start to use
Abacus.
exponents. And Brady Breeze off the left side. Couple moves. Brady Breeze to the 10, to the 5. Brady Breeze will add another 6.
Well, that's 4
With
TDs.
34 seconds left. Christopher, don't put that pencil down yet. There's still a lot more stats to ride. 34 seconds. Brady Breeze in for another touchdown. And now the Rams surely will win this and extend their Mount Hood Conference win streak, not only this year, but coming into tonight. Where's my notes here? They had a 35-game win streak in the Mount Hood Conference. They'll go 36 tonight. They haven't experienced a loss in conference play since 2009.
Well, that play took, I do believe, 8 seconds.
8 seconds for 7 points. Nice job by Owen White again, adding another point. 6 points on the night for him, if I'm not mistaken.
I definitely think we have the cushion now.
I think we're safe, but there's still a lot to be said with statistics. Zach Pine there grabbing his dad, getting a feel for how the game started and how it ended. Obviously, ended in our favor, but there was a lot of bumpy roads along the way.
Reynolds played tough for 3.5 quarters.
Again, a reminder, those sponsors of Ram TV, if you need any type of fence or wire, Pacific Wire and Fence are the guys to go to. If you had an aging loved one, obviously, you know where to go to as well.
I'd go with her if I could, Steve.
Well, a couple times a night. Anyway, Living Right Senior Placement obviously is a great resource for elder care.
Take care of the elders.
42-25, Rams firmly in control. Owen White back to kick again. His leg must be tired because it only made it to the 4-yard line. And Akostas Osborne looking to find the corner. He'll go down about the 19. Nice tackle there. Looks like it was number 14, Vecchi.
Osborne on the return. And he rolling.
I know one Raiders player is going to sleep good tonight. Number 4, Mr. Osborne. That kid's been everywhere tonight.
He has. He'll be tired. I want to correct the tackle, make sure I got it right. Yeah, it was 14. Was Vecchi. 27 seconds left, and the Raiders will come out, likely take a knee. Finish this one off, trailing 42-25.
This might be ode to the Hail Mary. Nope.
Beister off the left side, haven't called his number, actually, because it's Chris Vo, number 23, off the left side. 15 seconds, clock continues to run, and Christopher Parker is still erasing and writing. I tell you, I'm glad you're doing it, Christopher, because I don't think I could keep it all together.
No. Right,
And that'll do it for the contest. Now let's take a moment. We'll get the stats together. Kevin will do the honors, and then we'll go to the sideline and we'll get Zach Pine if he can grab his father.
All right, great game by both teams here. Central Catholic in passing yards, we got 140 to Reynolds 188. Rushing yards, this is the deciding factor. 385 for the Rams, 153 for the Raiders. Total yards, 525 for the Rams, 341 for the Raiders. 16 first downs by the Rams and 15 by the Reynolds. We had 2 sacks to Reynolds 1. Now, this is the stat I don't like to talk about, Steve. It's the penalty stat. We got 13 penalties for 123 yards to Reynolds 5 penalties for 40 yards.
That'll be a whiteboard discussion point come Monday, I would assume.
And turnovers as well. That's another one of my red flags, but luckily they didn't score off the turnovers. We had 3, they had 1. Third down conversions, we were 3 for 8, and Reynolds was 7 for 17.
Wow.
So, that's the stats for tonight.
Thank you for Christopher Parker, the statistician extraordinaire, bringing those to you. So, really, Kevin, it was a tale of 2 halves.
Exactly.
But both
2
halves obviously had way too many penalties for the Rams. You know, we're coming into it, we discussed the fact that you got to avoid mistakes. And
Absolutely.
turnovers and penalties are those mistakes that you can avoid. And so, you know, obviously the Rams are going to have to go back to they got the victory. They're going to have to go back to the chalkboard, and they're going to have to talk about how to eliminate mistakes, how to execute better. Because when push comes to shove, and you get in a close game, and say it's Clackamas maybe for the Mount Hood Conference Championship or for the title, you're just not going to survive mistakes like that against a really good team.
Absolutely not. You know, and tip your hat to the Reynolds team tonight. They came out and played hard. That coach should tell his players how proud of that team he is, and it's fantastic. I mean, this is a moral victory for the Rams.
So we'll take. We're going to actually go down to the sidelines and get Zach Pine, get his take, what he got for the field at the end of the game. And here you go, Zach.
All right, Zach, on to you.
All right, guys. So a little recap, a little bit of a bumpy game. Started off very, very well, but at the same time, it was very, very good. We played a good game. We did good defense. Everybody ended up gelling very well together. I think we picked up our communication. I think we all really, really, really did a good job. Once they break from the huddle, I'll get a word from my dad. Just overall, very, very, very good game. I'm very pleased with the effort. You know, everybody's been doing a very good job. Sorry, I keep on saying very, but that's the only word that I can use to describe it right now.
Well, I'm going to have to tell you, Zach, that's a very good job there to explain how things turned out.
Very good job, Zach.
Looks like they're just going to do the prayer.
You know, that's one nice thing about Central Catholic football is the prayer at the end. So now Zach Pine is going to go out and try to grab Coach Pine there and get a feel for what he thinks about how things went.
Now, after the game, they come and sing the fight song with the student section. Hopefully, Zach, can you hear us down there? He might be too far away. Well, we can hear Zach.
Good, now we got Zach Pine with a quick interview.
All right, great game tonight, Coach. How do you feel about your game?
Well, it was sloppy to say the least. Too many penalties, too many turnovers. Didn't execute very well, but we were fortunate to get out with a win.
How about next week? How are you feeling about next week?
Well, Gresham's an improving team. We got to get back. We have a short week, play on Thursday, so we got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Great. Thank you, Zach. At Hillsborough Stadium, Rams 42, Raiders 25. From all of us at Ram TV and Oregon Sports Beat, good night and God bless.
Good night.